following is a special presentation of Friendswood High School Mustang football and MCS Sports. And now, the voice of the Mustangs, Kirk Lowe and Josh Fritz.
And welcome in to Rosenberg, Texas. A rare Saturday afternoon game here for your Friendswood Mustangs as they are getting ready to kick off here versus the Terry Rangers. Terry comes in just really playing to finish the season out. Friendswood, it's a whole nother story. Mustangs win here today. They will clinch the second seed in the district, and the playoffs will start. Outstanding job by the Mustangs. Much different situation than they were in this time last year. I'm Kirk Lowe, joined as always by Coach Josh Fritz. Coach, you can't ask for a better day for football.
No, Kirk, it's 62 degrees outside, beautiful day, very few clouds. Got a decent crowd for a Saturday. Looking forward to some good football out there. And, Mustangs have got to take care of business. I know the coaches.
Rosenberg, Terry will kick the ball off to Friendswood, and a little hesitation on the kick, but they do get that one off, and it goes into the end zone for the touchback. We're going to take care of a couple technical difficulties here, and we'll be right back. I'm breaking in and out. Ball, and it will go into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We have for Friendswood in their blue, Mustang blue pants, white jersey, white helmet. For Rosenberg, Terry, the gray pants, red jerseys, and their black helmets tonight.
So we'll get our first look at the stud quarterback for the Friendswood Mustangs, Luke Gurdon. Young master Luke was a rumor, number two, before his promise was realized. And he'll sit up here and try to guide the Mustangs to the playoffs.
And welcome back here as Friendswood will get their first drive of the game started. With the first pass was from Luke Gurdon to Dawson Johnson. Second play is, well, we're going to have a flag on the play. We're going to have a false start here for the Mustangs. Just kind of hang tag, and we have a few technical difficulties here we're working through. We're going to call it a Wi-Fi issue and move on from there. It was offsides by the Terry Rangers, and it will be a 1st and 5 now for your Mustangs. Gurdon offset with Palis offset to Gurdon's right. Gurdon handoff to Palis. Palis around the right side. Enough for a first down and then some as he gets right to midfield. Goes Noah Palis. So 7-yard gain there for Noah Palis, and the ball is right at midfield. Gurdon back. Nope. Palis handoff to the right side. Palis around the right end. Good for 7 plus 1, maybe 2 more. He gets about 9 yards on that carry. Going to bring up a 2nd and 1 now for the Mustangs. Palis a little slow getting up right there. Then we're going to have a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout with you. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports. All right, welcome back to MCS Sports. Again, it's just underway here. Friendswood driving, ball's on the Terry 41. Gurdon back to pass, caught out of the backfield is Tomko. Tomko looking for some running room. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be brought down right at the 36-yard line of Terry. That's a 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball's on the Rosenberg Terry 36-yard line. Trips formation for the Mustangs. Tomko offset to Gurdon's right. Tomko's brought down for a sack. And he is going to be brought down back to the 40-yard line. We're going to bring a 2nd down and 14 now for the Mustangs. Again, just underway here in the first quarter, 9:45 remaining. Friendswood looking to seal up the 2nd seed in district. Terry trying to be a spoiler today. Ball is on the 40. Oh, got some offsides from Rosenberg Terry, and they will. Well, they blew it dead, though, so I don't know if we're going to have a false start. We'll see. Well, they're going to call offsides, and they're going to move that one up 5. So it will be now a 2nd down and 8 for your Mustangs. Ball is spotted on the 35-yard line of the Mustangs. Of Rosenberg. Empty formation for Gurdon. Gurdon looking to keep those great stats he's had all season going. There's a completion to Tomko on the right side. Good enough for a 1st down. Tomko makes a move. Slips one. Brought down the 22-yard line is Joey Tomko for the Mustangs.
Yeah, great protection right there by the O-line. Giving Gurdon a little bit of time. He's able to look at his 2nd check down. He's really done that all year. The only game we had trouble with that would have been Shadow Creek, but they've done that to everyone else. But the line has played really well this year. Had a big hole opened up by Joey Leeper, the left tackle pulling in a few plays ago. So right now the line is definitely controlling the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely. 1st down and 10 now for the Mustangs, just outside the red zone. Tomko's brought down right in the middle for we're going to give him a 1-yard gain. Okay, 2nd down now and 9 for the Mustangs. They're getting set for twin formation. Twins 4 to the left side, single receiver to the right. Tomko offset to the left. Gurdon back to pass, caught across the middle is Christian Lee. Lee hurdles one, gets down to the 7. Christian Lee bringing back some track memories for that young man.
And that was a nice little crossing route there for Christian Lee. They let the receivers go deep, try to do some go routes. He just did a little 5 and cross. Gurdon found him, and he came in there and again tried to leap over the would-be tackler. It's going to be 1st down and about 7 for the Mustangs.
Again, just underway here. First drive of the ball game for either team. Friendswood got the ball first as they lost the coin toss. 7:45 left here in the first quarter. Empty formation for Gurdon. No, now it's Christian Lee. Excuse me, in the backfield. Run the Wildcat. Lee on the keeper on the left side. Gets a stiff arm. Does one. Can't get past the other 2. It's going to be brought down for a loss. We just saw the Wildcat formation for Friendswood. I guess that was last game, the first time we've seen that. And I do like that wrinkle the Mustangs have in that.
Yeah, just try to keep the defenses guessing after I'm sure they've seen film all year long of Friendswood in all their games. They're trying to throw some wrinkle in there. Nice tackle by 41, Roman Taylor for Terry. He's been in on several tackles already in the game.
2nd down and 9 now for the Mustangs. 7:07. Ball's inside that hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. End around Connor Haynes. And he is brought down. Talk to Coach Bolden earlier, said Connor Haynes will be used. I mean, Connor Haynes barely comes to the field as it is. Now he's been there on offense as well.
Well, he's had a great year for that young man. There's been an article in the paper about him. We mentioned him several times. Number 5, Connor Haynes, has had a great year, works very hard, and trying to give him a little chance on offense. Nothing wrong with that to reward the kid for such a great year on defense he's had.
Real quick shout out to Bo Miller as he is listening to us from France today. That is our farthest away ever. I'm going to go. That goes without saying. Mr. Miller, thanks for listening. Hope we're coming in loud and clear. Gurdon back to pass in the end zone. Got a man incomplete. Look, Kovacevic Good coverage that time, just couldn't quite bring it in. Nice touch pass by by Gurdon. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and that will bring up a field goal opportunity for your Mustangs. Opportunity for the first score of the game for either team. 6:21 left here. That was a time-consuming drive right there for the Mustangs. This will be a 23-yard field goal attempt. Going right to left. The kick is up. The kick is good. Your Mustangs are on top 3-0. 6:17 left here in the first quarter. And Coach Fritz, for those people that were just joining us, again, for Friendswood, you look at the standings, it looks like a meaningless game for Friendswood. This is a huge game when it comes to playoff positioning.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look down, we talked to some of the coaches. They've kind of been looking ahead. It's hard not to at this point in the season. And I think, well, if the settings stay like they are right now, who is the next opponent we're going to play? And as we look at it, we're breaking down, looks like it's going to be Kingwood Park in the first round of the playoffs. That'll be hosted at Friendswood High School on November 15th if things stays the same as we think they are.
That's huge. After last year missing the playoffs for the first time in over a decade,
absolutely,
to be able to host a game the next year is phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It'll be a great environment there at Friendswood, and then we'll have to see what happens after that game. I know they want to take one game at a time, but they also are planning on the future and what we're doing as we see the playoffs develop as we get this late in the season.
Yeah, Friendswood wins today. That second seed is sealed up. The Angleton game, though you do not want to go into the playoffs with a loss, that Angleton game, win or lose, is meaningless as far as seeding goes. Friendswood will probably match up with Kingwood Park if that district stays the same. And then you get to an Austin district. But now we're getting way ahead of ourselves right there. But you're right. 2 weeks from yesterday, as a matter of fact, we will host a game if Friendswood can find a way to knock off Terry here on their senior day, here on a gorgeous day, gorgeous Saturday afternoon here from Rosenberg, Texas. We have a short kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 23-yard line. We have Amaya with us today. Amaya, are you able to hear us right now? I know you're down there on a beautiful Saturday afternoon on the sidelines. How you doing down there, Amaya?
I'm doing good. I can hear y'all loud and clear. Great atmosphere, great air. Cool.
Amaya, we can hear you loud and clear, and I tell you what, you can't pick a better day to watch a game, can you?
You really can.
Amaya, I tell you, thank you so much for making this trip with us today. We will come down to you and kind of get some thoughts and feelings of this game as the game progresses. But right now, we're in good shape as Friendswood is up 3-0 after their first drive. Terry comes out. Terry will run something that most teams we just don't see a lot of right now, and led by Brandon Kyles, they're going to run that veer offense. Now, they will run some gun, they're going to run some options, some run option, some little RPO. They do pass a little bit more than they've done in the past, but this is a team that week in and week out opponents don't like to face because they see something they're just not used to seeing.
Yeah, they don't really see this type of offense throughout the whole year, so having to really get the scout teams or their JV teams to run this in a game-like situation is tough. And there goes 12.
The Kyles again. Yeah, that's their man coach. It goes without saying the quarterback's kind of the cog, but he truly is. He's leading this team in rushing this year. As a defensive coach, it's really, though it's a hard offense to plan for, at the end of the day, you just got to tell your guys, you've just got to do your assignment.
You're right. Yeah, it is an assignment defense. You got to take the quarterback. If he fakes it or not, you take him anyway.
Yes.
You can't try to fall for that. And Brandon Kyles has 411 yards on the season rushing, and he also has 598 yards passing. So he's definitely a little dual threat there as the handoff goes off number 26 up the middle. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling a little bit until we finally take it down by number 8, Elliott Spiller.
That's Quincy Johnson on the runs. He gets 6, as you said. And that's what you think. A team like this can lull you to sleep in this kind of offense. All of a sudden, fullback's rumbling for 20.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to if your job is to hit the fullback, you hit the fullback every play.
And our linebackers are really got to stay on assignments this game. It's going to be important for them. And we've got phenomenal linebackers at Friendswood. We talked about them all year, so hopefully they can stay on their assignments.
Again, formation there, two running backs. Let's see who that one goes to. It's going to be enough for a first down. And that's going to go to number 5, Michael Odom. You got a two-headed monster there, Odom and Johnson.
Taken down by 35, Jackson Stevens there in the middle of the line. And, of course, that's what they're going to try to do, Kirk. They're going to try to get chunks at a time, 3 to 5 yards each time down the field, kind of matriculate down the field, as you say, eat up some clock. We don't want to definitely fall into that game.
No,
we want to make sure we don't lull ourselves asleep here.
Handoff of the middle again. This time it is going to be dropped for a loss. We're going to get a loss in that play. You know, and again, a lot of times with the defense seeing a team like this is it takes a series or so to kind of get that feel. Scout team does a great job all week, but at the end of the day is they're the scout team, and they've just learned the offense themselves. So right now for Friends, it's just a matter of feeling out what they're going to do. It's a right tight formation. You got a strong right. You got twin receivers to the left side. Handoff of the middle. No, it's going to be a keeper by Kyles. And again, we might make a mistake every now and then too.
Yeah, well, play like that, you saw Spiller take the quarterback, and as soon as he, take the running back, I'm sorry, as soon as he did not hand it off to 26, Spiller still wrapped him up.
Yes.
He was on his assignment. So if they did hand it off, that's what you have to do. Stay in your spot, stay in your assignments, and that's a job that Friendswood Mustangs are going to have to deal with this week.
Third down now and 4 for the Terry Rangers. Ball is in Friendswood territory, just at the 44-yard line. Twin receivers to the right side. Kyle's keeper around the right, and he's going to get 2, but he needed 4. It's going to be about 2 yards short. Brings it down to the Friendswood 42-yard line. No, 41-yard line. 42 now, as they're going to reset that. And it will be a long. Well, now we're going to build up to the 41-yard line. We're just
making up their minds there.
I think he's finally set on the 41.
Now, Terry does have a big receiver. His name is Isaiah Montalvo. He has got 3 touchdowns this year, averaging 8.29 yards per catch. He is a tall young man, so we cannot, when we get down in the red zone, can't lull ourselves asleep on that.
And they are going to go for it here. Handoff of the middle. Pops one, and he's going to get the first and then some. Goes Quincy Johnson. Going to get about a 10-yard carry on that play. Be enough for a Rosenberg Terry first down, and this drive continues. Balls on the Friendswood 32-yard line.
And again, you think all they're doing is handing it up, going either up the gut or they're going a little bit outside. It seems like it'd be an easy offense to take care of, but it's just not. It's something you don't normally see, so they're having to stay on their assignments as Terry's making his way down the field here. Under center, handoff again, number 5, up the middle, taking. Oh, he's been drugged down by several linebackers there. He's got Matthew Reyes, number 49, dragging him down, but not after he gains about 7 yards. Again, that's number 5, Michael Odom there on the carry, and it's just a quick handoff. It's just a set hut. The quarterback turns to one side or the other, hands up, and goes up those holes that the line's making for him. It's going to be it might be a tough day. The clock's going to be running, of course, because.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that before the game. It's going to be a quick game.
It's going to be a quick game because they're running the ball, but Friendswood's got to step up and make those interior stops.
Twin receivers on the left side. Quincy Johnson on the run. But, yeah, Farrell sniffs it out. Now, that's going to be about a 1-yard gain. They needed 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 now for the Rangers. And Coach Fritz, I tell you, the Terry Rangers got 1 district win. They're going to be very satisfied with the chew the clock up. You know, their game plan's got to be the longer we have the ball, the less time Friendswood has to score.
Absolutely right. They can take these long kind of drives, and they've got to do what they do best. Seems like those quick inside handoffs. They're not going to be throwing the ball all around the field. Nothing fancy. It's just something that most of us haven't seen before. So they have 2 wides to the right. We'll see what they do here as they get close to the red zone.
Handoff is going to be good enough for a first down. It's going to go to the 20-yard line. And it is a first down for the Terry Rangers. This drive continues. We're already under 1 minute left here in the first quarter.
And the clock's running. It's probably going to run out of time here. So we've had basically 1 possession each on either side on offense. So we'll see what we can make adjustments. I'm sure the coaches talked about this all week, and they're making those adjustments in game as they do throughout the week.
Absolutely. Now we have a new look for the Terry Rangers. They're going to have single receivers to both sides. Kyle's under center. Kyle's with a handoff. Got a man, 10. Oh, he's going to be down the 5-yard line. It's Quincy Johnson. Is that Connor Haynes on the tackle? That's a touchdown saver right there.
It is. It was a touchdown save. You know, it looks like Connor maybe cheated in a little bit because he didn't have to worry about the pass. As soon as the handoff, he's able to come in. Their receiver was patting himself on the chest, and he missed the block out there, and he did, which allowed Connor to make the tackle there. So now, Friendswood, they got 5 yards to go. See if we can buckle down their ears right here and see what we can do to stop them.
First and goal from the 5. Single receiver to both sides. Handoff up the middle to Odom. He's going to be brought down right at the 1, right inside the 1. Not quite a touchdown, but close. Friendswood defense got to buckle down here, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We are going to take a quick break here. The score is Friendswood 3, Rosenberg Terry 0. But Terry's knocking on the door. We'll take a quick break. Be right back here on MCS Sports.
been dreaming of a home renovation? Are you looking to purchase a home? Is it time to refinance? With money to loan and the will to help, the best place to borrow is right at home. At Hometown Bank, dreams are built one family at a time. Stop in to see one of their.
And welcome back to Trailer Stadium, where the handoff goes up the middle. It is going to be a touchdown for Quincy Johnson. And the Rosenberg Terry Rangers here on Senior Day have just gone on top of the Mustangs 6-3, extra point pending. Mary Reinhardt, thank you as always for listening in. We love having you. Right now it's a little down for the Mustang, but I tell you what, we're going to get this thing back in our favor hopefully real soon. The kick is up. The kick is good for the Terry Rangers. And our score right now is Rosenberg Terry 7, Friendswood 3. Amaya, you're down there. You're in a good spot for us. What is the feeling right now? Can you get a sense on the sideline of, is there a little shock right now that we're down?
Right now, it's not necessarily shock, but more like, just observing and just like, oh, well, this isn't going to last type feeling.
Well, I hope that continues right next. What we don't want to see is the fans get out of it. There's, it's not our biggest crowd of the season. We had a lot of people come down, though, from Friendswood. And Friendswood's just got to be a little surprised right now, for sure. But this is a team fighting for a huge playoff spot. You got to think they're going to come back and recover. Amaya, if you need to pump on the sidelines, you have my permission.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Amaya, for that report. Yep. Again, Friendswood, I know, some of these coaches, they preach it all week. You're facing something different. You've got to kind of weather that early storm, and then once you've seen it once or twice, Coach, things are going to be a little bit different, I think.
Yeah, we just got to stay on the mental aspect of the game and kind of stick to our game plan. I'm not sure if I'm more surprised at the score or how fast that first quarter went. 20 minutes to get that first quarter done. So
that is true.
We got to make sure we take care of the clock, take care of our own time management, and 3 points, though, not going to cut it. We're going to have to score touchdowns here.
Yeah, 11:56 left here in the first half. Friendswood down 7-3 to Terry. The kick is off. He's going to be caught by Connor Haynes. Haynes gets into the 11. He's out of the 15, 20. Find the same young man, 25, 30, 35, out to about the 38-yard line. However,
there is a flag on the play.
There is a flag, and 9 times out of 10, that's not a good thing for the returning team.
I'm afraid I happened to see that when I was keeping my mouth shut. I think we got a block in the back there for Friendswood on the return.
That is usually the scenario, and it's Coach Anthony's definitely calling it. I don't think he has an official's degree, but he is going to get that, and he's going to be correct this time.
I'm sure he has his opinions degree, right?
Sure, he does.
As we all do.
That will send Friendswood back. We'll see where this one was actually took place.
Yeah, that negates a good return, which could have put the Mustangs there at midfield with good starting position. It's going to back us up all the way back to the 12-yard line on that. It's going to pin us back, but let's see what the coaches have dialed up here for the offense.
It will be, as you said, at the 12. We've got twin receivers to both sides, stack formation.
Looks like Noah Palitz is back
in the game. Is back.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
No, that's good. No, I'm glad to see him back in there. Gurdon, pass, caught. Dawson Johnson.
Running over somebody.
Nice job, young man. Gets 9 on the reception. Looked like a McCabe on the block. McCabe does his job. Johnson does the rest.
Just putting his head down, driving his feet, and running somebody over on those.
2nd down and 1 now. Ball spotted on the Friendswood 21-yard line. Single receiver up top is Christian Lee. Trips receivers down to the right side. Palitz offset to Gurdon's left. Gurdon back to pass. Got all day. Oh, he overthrows Christian Lee, and that ball should have been intercepted. That was Trey. I think Trey Reyes just hit him right in both hands.
I know. I'm surprised. He's one of that's one he wishes he had back. Hit him right both there in the hands.
Oh my goodness!
It looked like Gurdon floated that one just a smidgen. We haven't seen that really much from him all year long. He's really great on his touch passes. He also can bullet those in there. That one just got a little bit away from him.
I like the idea though, looking at Christian Lee's single coverage right there.
Oh yeah.
If Lee can make that catch and break one tackle, he's off to the races.
He can bowl somebody over. Absolutely.
Stack formation again. Twins to both sides. Handoff. Palitz up the middle. Makes an outside move, cuts it up the middle again, and he is going to get just enough for a first down. to keep this drive continuing for the Friendswood Mustangs. It'll be a 1st and 10. New set of downs now for Friendswood. Ball is spotted on their own 23-yard line. Again, score here is Terry 7, Friendswood 3. 11 minutes left here in the first half. If you just joined us thinking you're tuning in about halfway through the quarter, you came in way too late. Pass out, Payless, right side. Gets past one,
nice cutback.
slips one.
Tackle.
Oh, he lost the football, and Terry recovers. Terry recovers, and they will get the football in prime field position on the Friendswood 32. Payless made a nice move, made a second move, and on that second move, Coach just lost the football, got stripped out.
And you can't blame a young man for trying to get extra yards on that, just trying to drive a seat, make an extra move, and then the defender came in, smacked the ball away. It came right down the ground, right into a Terry player's hands. So it's going to be first down for Terry in a very tight ball game here for Friendswood in early going, something I think we're all a little surprised at.
Oh, absolutely. Again, for Friendswood, the scenario is real simple. You win today, you seal up second place. You can't, Coach, you can never overlook a team. Oh, pass. Across the middle, caught. That is caught the 15-yard line. That is going to be number 21, Kellen Stewart. Stewart, nice job. Stair-stepped that one, went up and got it. Coach, again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. You can lull a team to sleep, run. All of a sudden, that pass is there. And for those corners, they're going to cover a lot of ground today on a receiver that's not going to get many attempts, but all of a sudden, when it's there, you got to be ready.
Yeah, and Kellen has 18 catches, 157 yards.
Oh, ball's loose. Oh, Spiller's trying to pick it up, just not, but Friendswood does recover, and it is going to be, who is that going to be there?
That's number 10, Dane Roney.
Roney does come up with that football, so we're trying to get sorted out there. The handoff went up the middle, stripped out. Don't know who stripped it out. Might have been Spiller. Spiller then tries a scoop and score right there. Forgot the scoop. But Dane Roney does it, and turnover back to another turnover in Friendswood now, because we're almost back to where we were about a minute ago.
About a minute ago, right, exactly. Now we need to take advantage of this right here and get down the field, get off this end of their field, try to make some big plays here.
See if Garden tries to take a shot right here.
Absolutely.
The wind is at his back. Oh, handoff up the middle is going to be Veach. Now we got Veach in the game, but we got a flag coming out from the back judge. Oh, we're going to have
hands to the face on defense.
That's a big one right there on Terry.
It looked like it was in the hands and face of 71 Goolsby.
So they're going to take that Veach gain. They're going to mark off some big ones right here.
Yeah, it looks like Daniel got his the defender got hands in Daniel Goolsby's face there, but knocked him back. Daniel's a big old boy, 6'3", 230, sophomore. So you got to be reaching up to get your hands in his face.
Yes, you do.
Sure.
Absolutely. Might get your hand bit going up against a boy that size.
That's right. Well, it puts us down there in midfield for the Mustangs.
1st and 10 from their 47-yard line. Trips formation, the right side, Lee, single receiver. Veach on the left side. Good run by that young man. Gets about 6 yards. If you've listened to us all year, you know how Jared Veach runs. He makes one cut, puts his head down, and if he can go 50 yards with his head down, he'll go 50 yards. He does not stop. It's going to take more than one man to bring him down. Veach goes out. Tomko comes in.
That was a great pull by the right guard, 73 Michael Riggs, and again the right tackle, 71 Daniel Goolsby leading that. 240, both of those guys coming around the ends. Nice job of leading that.
Friendswood, twin formation, both sides. Pass out. Tomko around the right. It's going to be a late hit. Maybe. No call, but enough for a first down right there. That seemed the obvious call, but that's not our call to make. But it is going to be to the 40-yard line of the Terry Rangers, and this drive continues. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Twin receivers. Now empty backfield now as Tomko is offset. Little slot formation for Tomko. Tomko's actually going to be in a wing, kind of a tight wing right there. It's going to be empty backfield. Garden looking. Garden pass. Got Christian Lee. Go get it. Caught. 10, 5. He's dragging him in there. It's taking 6 to bring him down. So he's going to get that ball caught to the 8-yard line goes Christian Lee. He caught that over 2 and then made a few more. Oh, we got a late flag. Well, Christian was just trying to get up. Got a lot of guys on him. I'm sure some verbiage was exchanged on both teams. And a lot of Terry players still talking to the official. which made me feel like it's on Terry as they're trying to plead their case. Christian just walks off.
Yeah, he was just trying to get up, and the guy kept hanging on to his feet, and they're
going to wave it off.
Okay.
Think the Terry, great job by the Terry players of pleading their case right there.
Yeah, but that was single coverage by Christian Lee out there. He's bigger than the DB that's covered him. That's just a nice route by him, a nice deep route. O-line gave Gurdon plenty of time for the route to develop.
No, absolutely.
Hey, told over to Christian.
That was just a grown man catch right there,
go up
too.
and go get it. Absolutely great catch by him, and then him dragging 4 or 5 guys. He wanted that touchdown, so good job by Christian Lee.
We have Brad Warren listening to us from Marble Falls, not quite as far as France, but good effort right there, Mr. Warren, and for a wedding. And, you know, I've been to a few weddings in my day, and I'm glad. I hope it's a good cause, but I also know sometimes we'd rather be elsewhere. But regardless, I'm just speaking for myself right there, not speaking for Brad Warren. So hope you're enjoying the game here. We'll definitely do our best to keep you abreast of what's going on here. And right now, if you're a Mustang fan, it is it's a little surprising, I guess, to be honest with you. But Friendswood is knocking on the door themselves now to get this thing back in their favor.
But, you know, Brad better look out. He's at a wedding listening to the ball game.
That's a good point.
That could be recipe for disaster. He may be in trouble with his wife if he's not careful, right?
That's true. And I'm sorry if I called you. Well, hey, you know what? You chatted us up. It's out there. It's a fact.
Don't turn the volume up too loud, Brad.
Oh, man, I bet Marble Falls is nice today, too.
Oh, I bet it is. Oh, we got trips to the left. We got single receiver with Christian Lee over here on the right. Let's see what Friendswood dials up.
Tom Coe in the backfield, offset to the right. Again, first down, hometown bank of Friendswood red zone. Gurdon flushed out to the right side.
Okay.
He's going to look for Kovacevic, and he had to throw that one. He's under pressure. That's going to be incomplete. Just got rid of that ball just in time. Good pressure right there by Milton Swain from that D-line. You know, here's one thing I know about Rosenberg, because we're down the field before the game. Good-looking team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the size, you know, you go, wow. But then the bottom line is their numbers. Just the pure amount of players is a little lower than maybe we've seen in other teams. And that's got to affect that record this year, as the depth's just not been there for Rosenberg this year. Single receiver, both sides, 2 tight ends.
Oh,
Gurdon,
look at him. He's
Gurdon's
wide
got some room.
Lee. Oh, no, he's going to run it.
He's going to run. 5-2, rolls into the 1. They're going to say he's down at the 1.
Uh-oh.
Gurdon gets up, and it will be right at the 1-yard line. And it will be a 3rd down and goal now. Nice job by Gurdon. Had a lot of patience. Great blocking up front. Had plenty of time. Then had a way to kind of move his way, kind of corn maze that through the defense, and just got down to the 1. And it is going to be the extra heavy package for the Mustangs. Roney in there. Handoff to Roney. Did he get in? I don't see a signal. They're going to say he's short.
Yeah, it looked like he had Christian Lee earlier. Gurdon just didn't see him there from our vantage point. He tried to run up there and get to the line. Took a little big shot on his leg. I think he's okay. Then we went heavy package with Roney. They're just a smidgen short here.
They are. I mean, he got some. He got a little bit, maybe about a half a yard, but he needed a full. And it's going to be a 4th and goal from the half-yard line. I mean, you got to go right here, Coach. You got to have some confidence, I would think, in your players. And let's see, they're going to call a timeout. It's going to be on Friendswood, so Coach Koopman's going to talk this over. And, I don't know why you don't go right back through that. I mean, you've got the power formation.
Maybe they're going to do that formation and come up with something funky out of that formation. I'm not sure about that. But, you mentioned Terry and just their sheer numbers. To have the limited number of players they have, and to run the kind of offense they have, they're going to have to be a very disciplined team as far as keeping the assignments that they need to do. So Friendswood's got to really step it up here and make sure that they don't fall into that trap of being undisciplined. We got to make sure on the defensive side for sure. So we'll see what they dial up here. Looks like they're still going power, Kirk, as they go in.
Well, sometimes you can get too cute too, and I think right now you just need to say, here's what we do.
Right.
Let's do it. Rosenberg Terry coaches pumping their fans up here on Senior Day. It is a power formation. Gurdon, handoff to Roney. It's in. Did Roney get the ball? Or
yes,
it was Dane Roney, and Gurdon was in there as well, pushing him through. That will be 6 for the Mustangs as Dane Roney gets. And that's not his first rodeo in that end zone this year for that young man.
No, and that's just power football. You're 1
Absolutely.
foot, say 6 inches, whatever it would be off the line. You've got to get those big boys up front, push that line back, get all those running backs in, the fullback lead, and just power it through. Great job by the Mustangs.
Friendswood now goes up 9-7. Extra point is pending. Snap is back.
And there's a whistle.
We're going to have a whistle. No kick. It was good, but we're going to have to redo this one. Official sorting it out on the field. Official still talking about it.
Huh.
I mean, you blew it before the kick was there. You would think it would be a false start. And they're going to back it up. It was a false start. It was just a long conversation for a false start. Regardless, it'll be a 5-yard deeper attempt now. This kick will now come from the 15-yard line. It's going to be Mueller. 25-yard attempt. Oh, short. Oh, it is good. It hits the upright. The snap was a worm burner. Great handles that time by, was that Kavat? No.
Looked like Palitz was holding the ball.
Palitz was holding it. It sure was.
Yep.
And then Mueller's kick off to the right dings the upright. However, good ding as it goes right in. And Amaya, if we can come down to you real quick, is the sideline come a little bit more alive now here after that score?
Yeah, everyone is now awake and alert and cheering every time, everywhere.
I like to see that. I mean, again, it's the crowd. We've had bigger crowds this year, but we've got some diehard fans up there. And I think now that we got this game in Friendswood's, kind of where we expect it to be right now at 10-7. Hopefully this crowd can stay in this, keep this team going, and lead this team into halftime here. You know what? Only 7 minutes away from halftime, Maya. This game is flying by.
True that.
There you go, Maya. Thanks so much. 7:23 left here in the first half. The kickoff will come, and it is going to be a short one. It'll be fielded at the 8-yard line, be brought back to the 10, 15, 20, 25, got a seam, 30. It goes brought down that time by Caden Wilburn. Looked like also number 32, Ryan Parks, in there on the tackle. Though good field position for Terry, they will start this drive on their own 32-yard line. And Coach Rosen, so this is really Terry's third possession. Second one went quick, one pass and a turnover. First possession lasted almost the entire first quarter.
Well, this gives with the offense on the field, it gave the defensive coaches a chance to probably talk to the D-line and the linebackers about the offense that Terry's trying to run and make some changes. Looks like they have made changes in the formation of the defense with 5 guys on the line.
Yes. This is going to be a keeper this time by Brandon Kyles. Nowhere to go, and I do expect to see a different Friendswood look this time by Coach Bolden and his staff. Have had plenty of time now to talk about it, draw it up, say, now, look, this is what we preached all week. You've seen what we've shown you. Now just go out and execute. And that's exactly what they come out and doing this time is that first play goes nowhere for Brandon Kyles.
Yeah, you had Roney 10 on the tackle, Nick Abel, number 41, and Jackson Stevens. Was that a penalty? They're backing him up.
And they are going to back him up there.
Didn't see the flag.
It will be first and 15 now.
Repeat first down. Let's do it again.
First and 15, ball spotted now on the Terry 28-yard line. Again, Friendswood on top, 10-7, 7:10 left here in the first half.
I'm not sure that. Okay, yeah, the coaches, they broke that huddle about 3 times with three different players coming out. I'm not really sure they had that planned out just the way it should have been. So
Terry's going to take a timeout, and we have Donna Nelsons that came to the game today and chatting us up anyway, so we definitely appreciate you listening. As always, one of our diehard listeners. Now we got a lot of people listening today. I guess some people didn't want to take that Beltway to 59 trip, and it's a beautiful day to go out and do other things as well. But, hey, it's a great day for Friendswood football right here, especially if Friendswood can find a way to keep this lead, take this thing to the victory lane, and seal up that second seed.
And just some previous games that we've looked at, Shadow Creek beat Hightower 54-9. Foster beat Texas City 49-0 on Friday night. And looks like Angleton beat Ball 47-27 last night as well.
And, yeah, that's a lot of points for Angleton. We're kind of surprised on that score, but
absolutely.
That's who we'll see next week. Pass across the middle, caught. 45, 50, into Friendswood territory. Got one man to beat. He is not going to beat him. He gets down, though, to the 25. 25. We're going to say he's down the 25-yard line. That's number 9, Alfonso Brown. Just a little, and that was a different formation. Had twin receivers, a little slant route. Again, caught Friendswood off guard. Great pitch and catch there. No penalties. It will be a 1st and 10. Does go down the 25-yard line now for Terry. And Terry, new look, trips formation left, single receiver right. Quick pass out, caught. It's going to be number 21, Kellen Stewart, on the catch, and he is going to be brought down at the 23-yard line for a gain of 2. Are we looking at the same team here?
They've totally changed their offense. Number 9, just a sophomore there, and Alfonso Brown. Don't have his height written down, but he looks like he's a good-sized kid, probably 6'2".
Looks like for sure.
About 175. Broke a couple tackles there, and really on that last play when they threw that ball wide out there to 21, Kellen Stewart, I'm not sure it was close to where he was down or not. I'm not saying he wasn't, but he made a quick moves, and it was close. The official blew it down. I'm glad where that happened because that could have been close.
Now they're back to their original formation, 2 backs in the backfield, and Roney not sure who had the ball, so he tackles both of them. Dane Roney said, I will find a way, and he does.
He was in the backfield.
That's grown man strength.
They barely even got the handoff off, and Dane just grabbed both those guys and said, nope, not today.
I'm not sure Kyle just didn't keep it because he couldn't get the handoff, but I love Roney's attitude. He's going to take down both of you.
You know what? I'm sorry. That is definitely a chance for him to be like a rat on a cheat toe.
As a stat, yes, he is. And as a stat man, just give him 2 tackles on that because he brought them both down. That'll be a 3rd down and 8 now for the Mustangs. Here we go again. Trips formation to the right side, single receiver to the left. Kyle's up, little RPO. Oh, he's going to keep it 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Brandon Kyles on the quarterback keeper. Wow. And we are seeing some formations that you just don't know.
Yeah, it looks like defense changed up what they were doing. Then Terry says, well, we're going to one-up you right here.
Sir.
Change up what they did.
Coach Anthony being a wizard down there on the offense, and that gives Terry the lead, 13-10, extra point pending.
And based on the stats that we get each and every week, that is only his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season for the quarterback of Terry, Brandon Kyles.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. And, Coach, got a lot of shock fans over there on the Friendswood side and a couple of shock coaches and announcers up here in the booth as Friendswood is now down 14-10. 5:16 remain here in the first half. And for Terry, like you said it right, it's Friendswood comes out, finds the way, stops it. Terry says, hey, we'll just change things up a little bit.
And that was a little option by the quarterback. And, again, that's something in the high school level. You don't see a ton of that. You know, this is not Oklahoma here where they're trying to that option or the wishbone back in the 70s and 80s. So that's a different look, but we've got to make sure we hit our assignments. And he almost went untouched in the end zone on that.
Sure did. You know, the Terry fans, again, we're here on Senior Day, and there's a lot of happy fans right here and probably a little bit surprised fans as well.
I would say
on their side because right now, I mean, you're just riding your season out. You know, but at the same time, Coach, when you can play spoiler, that's a great motivator right there too.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can get a good return here without any penalties. Oh, the ball fell off the tee. The wind blew it right before the kicker tried to make contact.
5:16 left here in the first half. Friendswood down 14-10. And if you are just kind of following along on Twitter or what have you and trying to keep a score, you're probably surprised as well, feeling like this is a misprint, but it is not. And it is not Friendswood playing bad. It's Rosenberg Terry playing very well right now. Their offense is doing what their offense wants to do. And they are up right now 14-10. And the ball does stay on the tee. It's going to be a short kick. Oh, it's going to hit the turf. It's going to hit the turf. You better come up with that football. Connor Haynes dives on that ball, and just in time as that ball was almost recovered by Terry right about the 27-yard line. That would have been huge.
That would have. It wasn't an onside kick. It was just a very high pooch kick, and they're trying to make a play out of it, and they almost got that one.
That's a tough spot. You know, you got your up backs for Friends. You got your guys in the back, and the guys in the up back saying, I know the guy behind me is going to come up and get it. Guy behind him was not looking. Connor Haynes with a burst of speed. And you know what? Honestly, you're a bad bounce away from that thing going the other direction.
Absolutely.
It is Friendswood ball, though, 14-10. They are down. Ball's on their own 27-yard line, 5:16 left here in the first half. Garden passes. Oh, that ball is hit and incomplete. It hit don't know if his own left tackle, I believe. That was Leaper, I believe.
I think it was Leaper that he hit with the ball. And the ball flies up in
Gurdon
the air.
was trying to pull that back and stop it, and the ball left, and ball hits Leaper. That thing hung in the air a long time after it hit him. Could have been, again, that's 2 plays in a row now where Friendswood just dodged a huge bullet. 2nd down and 10 now. Handoff. Palitz around the right side, and he is going to be swallowed up that time by number 42, Chorlin Ammons. Caught from behind, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 9 now for the Mustangs.
And I don't know if you can hear it by the crowd, Mike, but the Terry crowd is starting to get into the game. We definitely don't need that. That's more excitement for them. Terry's playing good on defense right now. Like I said, 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs with 4:45 left in the quarter.
You need to get a 1st down here and keep this drive alive. Gurdon by himself in the backfield, pass across the middle, caught. McCabe, 1st down and then some. At the 48, 47-yard line goes John McCabe. McCabe, nice route, just kind of settled in, waited his time. Gurdon, and again, Gurdon, for those of y'all that don't watch these games live, it's fun to watch you, Coach. He's pinpoint accuracy. Those balls come out with some zip, and that ball is where it wants to go. So more, often than not.
Yeah, he's very accurate. That's why he leads the district in completion percentage at over 66%.
Gurdon back to pass again, looking for Christian Lee. Overthrows. That was a miscommunication. Mm-hmm. He thought Lee was going to do a little stop and go, and Lee just did a stop and hold.
Yep.
And again, Friendswood dodged a bullet there as that ball was not intercepted. 2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. 4:13 left here in the first half. Friendswood looking to get some more points on the board before the first half is over.
Yeah, and Terry gave help over the top there on Christian Lee, so he had the safety and he had, of course, the DB, so he had the safety help over the top on that.
Gurdon back to pass again. Out of the backfield, Tomko slips one tackle.
Hang on to the ball. Nice
Oh,
move.
my goodness, that thing almost came loose, but it did. Tomko, great job of hanging on to that. Going to give him, he got 7 yards on that. Going to be down to the Terry 46-yard line. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4.
Another big 3rd down for the Mustangs here. And, we mentioned in the broadcast a few weeks ago, the 3rd down efficiencies weren't great for the Mustangs the past 2 or 3 games. Hopefully they can improve that today.
Gurdon back to pass. A little pass out to, Dawson Johnson, fumble. It's going to be recovered by Terry. Now he fumbles the ball. They're going to say he was down. And Dawson Johnson, first thing they're going to say is it was a catch.
Yeah, they got to figure out if
they're going to be a catch.
Right.
I'm not sure it was a catch, but they're going to say it was. Now they're going to have the discussion here.
Yeah, Coach Koopman is telling them it was incomplete to begin with.
I don't think he had making that football move, but it's high school rules, and we'll see.
And there is no replay, so they're doing it.
They're going to give it to Rosenberg Terry,
and they're doing it game action as fast as they see it. It's happening. They're having to call it.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Friendswood dodged a few bullets. They could not dodge that one. And then the Terry, the ball carrier fumbled the football. They're saying he was down on the turf. Koopman's not going to win this argument.
No, the official, this headlines judge on this side is saying 1st down Terry. He's being very emphatic about it.
He is. 3:31 left here in the first half. Ball's on the Terry 47-yard line. Terry football after the turnover. And nowhere to run that time. It's going to be brought for a loss.
I think Dan Roney first man in on that play.
Roney, and then Sanchez comes in there as well. 2nd down and 10 now. They're going to say got back to the line of scrimmage. 3:15 and counting. We'll see if Terry mixes their offenses up again, and they are. They're starting to really send players in and out, Coach. Again, you got to feel like a different formation's coming now. Almost every
What do they got to lose? What does Terry have to lose? With 1 victory on the season, they have absolutely 0 to lose, playing that spoiler role. They got nothing to lose. They might as well let it all hang out.
Here we go. Trips formation on the left side, single receiver to the right. Brandon Cowles in at QB. Cowles back to pass. Got some pressure. Brought down for the sack.
Matthew Reyes, number 49. Great pursuit by Matthew Reyes, getting in there, continuing the pursuit, taking his blocker, getting him outside, not giving him a play, and grabbing him down. Great job.
And great coverage by the Friendswood DBs. That allowed Reyes to have the time to come around that end and catch Cowles from behind. It is now a 3rd down and 13 for the Rangers. They are in no hurry. I mean, you can see the coach. Coach Anthony's just looking at the clock, watching it tick down. 15 seconds of play clock, and now he sends the play in. And why would you be in a hurry out there? You need the lead. You want the lead. You're up 4, 2 minutes left. Take as much time on this clock as possible if you're Rosenberg. Terry going back to that trips formation.
There's that option again.
Kyles this time is going to be short of a first, but he is going to get about 5 or 6 on that carry. And a little chippy out there between some of the players. And we have a timeout on the field. Got to imagine that's Friendswood. It is with 1:50 on the clock. Friendswood wants a chance to get the ball back. Now for Rosenberg, Terry, Coach, again, you just said it, nothing to lose. 4th and 4. You just kick it away and pin Friendswood deep. Do you try to keep the ball? That's a long 4, but
it is a long 4.
You've got to win.
Yeah, but you don't want to go in with Mustangs.
No, you don't.
Here with 1:50 and then taking the lead and have the momentum going into halftime. So I'm kicking the ball.
I'm kicking that down. I'm trying to pin that thing down, right?
Yeah, I don't want to go in the end zone though if I can all help it. But you know, I talked on the way up here. You've got to do what makes your team successful, whatever that happens to be. And for Terry, they are doing what makes their team successful. They're staying in their lanes. They're giving the quick handoff, maybe running an option every now and then, pass when they need to. Coach Terry's done a great job of kind of getting his kids to buy in here. Even though they got one win, they're trying to play that spoiler role, as we mentioned. So they've done a good job, if you ask me, of this half of playing Terry football.
Well, and what they're doing, too, is they're making Friendswood play defense on their heels right now. Right. Instead of just being able to pin your ear back and go, you don't know what to expect play after play.
Exactly, and that makes it very difficult. I say one win. I'm sorry. They have 2 wins on the season, one district win. I apologize.
And we have Kyles in at quarterback still. Now, can he quick kick it? No, he's not. He's going to be under center. They are going to go for it here. Oh, we had some movement. We're not going to have a flag. We don't. There's a flag.
There it is.
It took a lot of Friendswood players to make a call for him out there, as there was no flag coming. Looked like Michael Odom had a jump back there at tailback, so that's going to back you up 5.
Yeah, now they're going to have to punt it.
Now they will
punt.
They're
trying a little freeze play. Maybe that's what they're trying on us there.
I think they told everybody but Odom.
It's so hard when those guys go in those positions to get down to do not move. They hear the hut, hear the snap, the clap, whatever it is. It's difficult. But still, this is where Terry can back Friendswood down, and if they stop them, get it all the way down there to where's Haynes is at the 15-yard line.
Kyles gets the kick off. It is going to be returnable by Haynes. Haynes down to 15. He's going to be brought down to 13. Goes nowhere but backward. We had a quick flag.
That was early. I mean, Haynes almost stepped on it. It was so close. What is?
That's got to be early. That's got to be earlier than a hold.
Terry guys are clapping. Is it on the Mustangs? There's 3 flags laying on the field.
Still sorting it out.
Was there 12 men on the field for the Mustangs?
Illegal substitution defense. So it is against Friendswood. And we'll see where this thing's all going to be sorted out at.
See what the back judge, though, would.
So he's the one that counted the 12.
Yeah, he's the one that counted it.
Because Anthony, he's getting the explanation right now for Terry. And we're moving this thing back to where the ball was kicked from. We're going to re-kick this thing, I believe. 14-10, Friendswood down. Terry on top, 14-10, 1:42 left here in the first half.
Wait a minute. Okay. I'll say he called it on Friendswood, but he was walking back towards the Terry side. They've got that messed up.
So we're going to go back to the original. So now, Coach, will Terry go back to their original game plan? No, they're not. They're going to kick this thing again, just 5 yards forward. So
right.
An interesting sequence of events right there. Oh, my goodness. We're still not ready.
They didn't set the ball.
Oh, we're going to get 1 more yard. Yeah, they're going to give Terry 1 more yard.
He didn't set it on the proper line of scrimmage. Still puts Haynes back at the 15-yard line.
Those math tutorials were not taken. We got to figure it out now. Kyles will kick 5 yards shorter. It's going to be a line drive kick to Haynes. He does catch it on the bounce at the 10. Breaks 1 tackle, 15, 20, 25-yard line. He's tackled out of bounds. And they're going to say he's good. Ball's out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So Friendswood now, 1:32 left on the clock here in the first half. Friendswood does have 1 timeout remaining. They do have let's see, the wind's now really kind of moving, kind of left or kind of north to south here on us here. So it's not going to help Friendswood one way or the other on this. So Friendswood will come out, do have time with Gurdon's arm. You never know what can happen here. Twin formation, both sides, little doubles. Caught, incomplete. John McCabe trying to make a football move before he had the football. That's going to be dropped. And it will bring up now a 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Stops the clock with 1:26.
The pass was a little low, but in the as he was trying to run after making the catch, just kind of bubbling it off his knees. Takes it down, like you said, to 126. Friendswood's going to need a quick strike here.
Trips formation left side. Single receiver. Elizondo right. Gurdon buying some time. Gurdon rolls around the right side. He's going to be pushed out of bounds.
And there's another flag. Looks like Christian Lee and number 7, Brandon Lance, are kind of being chippy back there, talking a little bit. Let's see what the penalty is.
That's where the flag came from, was back here.
It is.
So we'll see what the call is. God, I think it's going to be some sort of a.
Might be against Friendswood. I think they sort this out.
Still sorting.
Oh, they called it on Terry.
So it was on Rosenberg. That's a 15-yarder. Never did see the call, but it is a 15-yarder so against Rosenberg Terry. Balls to the 42-yard line for Friendswood. So a nice break for the Mustangs. 1:18 left here. Down 4, 14-10. It's going to be a doubles formation of both sides. We're going to have Paylitz in the backfield with Gurdon. Not looking for run here unless you can get a spread defense out. It's going to be a pass play for Gurdon. Goes out to Paylitz in the flats. 45, runs out of bounds right at midfield. Nothing wrong with that. It's going to run out of bounds, stop the clock. Gets the ball to the 48-yard line of Friendswood. 1:11 left here in the first half. Got to be looking at maybe another 30 yards, at least get a field goal opportunity for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think here they're thinking touchdown.
I would think so too.
They want the touchdown to take that lead. They don't field goal, but still puts them behind 13-14. So I think they're thinking touchdown here.
Trips formation. Oh, got a wheel out of the backfield. Got a man caught. Christian Lee, 30. Dragging receive down the defenders down to the 27-yard line. Goes Christian Lee. 1:04 left here in the first. They'll stop the clock to move the chains.
Nice little pitch and catch. You know, he also had Tomko down on the wheel route on the outside. They can't cover both of them, so that was a very nice play call there by the Mustangs.
Empty backfield now for Gurdon. Tomko's going to stay in the game. He's going to be in that slot formation. Going to quick out Tomko. 25. Oh, no, he's going to be brought down.
48 seconds.
And they're going to call a time and a late flag. That was very late. I mean, is that going to be a personal foul, late hit?
It very well might be. That's going to be a huge – it stops the clock, number 1. Number 2, 15.
Face mask on the Rangers. 45 seconds left, and that is 2 huge penalties in a row. Now, that's 30 yards of penalties now for Terry.
And under a minute and 10 seconds.
Yes.
That's huge.
They're going to march this ball inside that red zone down to the 13-yard line of Terry as Friendswood. Now, no doubt, looking for 6 here, Coach. You've got – they don't need that timeout now. Empty backfield. You still got – you still save that timeout.
Free play right here because offsides, it looks like. They
Gurdon.
jumped.
Pass caught. Christian Lee.
Get out.
He's at the 5. He's trying to score. He's going to be dragged down to the 3. Again, there was a free play as the –
But it is a first down. There is a penalty on the far side. This has been a penalty-ridden last 5 minutes.
Which also explains why this quarter has lasted twice as long as the first quarter. Offsides, Terry, decline. So that will be – was that enough for a first?
It is. It's pretty close. Are they moving the chains?
Should be moving the chains, and they are going to drop the chains. It's first down.
First and goal with 30 seconds to go for the Mustangs. Yep.
Well, you can still run the ball here, Coach. You still got that timeout.
And the clock has started as soon as they get the ball set.
25 seconds and counting. Motion man, Dawson Johnson. Gurdon rolls to his right. Got a main overthrow. He was pressured and brought down by 2 defenders, leading Lance, Trey Reyes. That's incomplete. Stops the clock with 16 seconds left. Again, you're looking at 3 yards is all you need. You got 16 seconds. You have a timeout. It is now 2nd down and goal. And again, looking for 6. 6 gives you the lead. 3, you're still down at the half.
And maybe if you don't make it on this one and there's a timeout, you probably use it to give them 2 plays so they can run up if they don't get it on the 3rd down to try for the 4th.
Christian Lee at tight end. Got to look for him in the there he is. Gurdon had to roll to his left, though. Gurdon, incomplete. Oh, it's a fumble. He's going. 30, 40. Oh, they're waving him back. They are waving him back. There's a flag on the field. My goodness.
What a turn of events.
You're a big fella with the football. I'd keep running. Yeah, touch the end zone, whether it's called back or not. How many chances you do that in a ball game? And someone disagrees.
The crowd, Mike,
yes,
shows their opinion. Oh, my goodness, what a turn of events on that play. That could have been.
Gurdon was trying to get rid of the football. Couldn't. Now, Friends was going to argue he was past the ball. I don't know if he could get his hand out there, Coach.
I don't know either.
But the penalty's there, too.
So what's the penalty?
That's what we don't know.
Yeah. Man.
Okay. Well, whatever it's going, it's not going Friendswood's way. Down 14-10, looking to score, had lead for a second, but Gurdon did not have time to get that pass off.
And from our vantage point, it looks like it had been a fumble, a scoop and a score for that defense of Terry, but then there's a flag on the play.
Friendswood's offense still on the field right now. Intentional grounding, as we say it with a question mark.
The Terry coaches would prefer it not to be a penalty.
Sure.
They would prefer it not be a penalty, be a fumble instead.
Well, you take that intentional grounding all day if you're a Friendswood fan. But my goodness.
Wow.
I just hope the guy by the crowd, Mike, keeps it PG. He is unhappy right now. And if I'm a Terry fan, I can't blame him.
If I'm a Terry fan, I can't blame him either. Well, there's 7.2 seconds on the clock here at Friendswood. It'll be 3rd down,
goodness.
and it backs us up to the –
well,
I'm not sure
that's a loss of down, so we'll see here. About 30 seconds on the clock.
Yes, absolutely. Now, I expect this crowd to erupt if Friendswood scores on this next play.
Oh,
They're
sure.
going to be really upset about the change in that possession. That is a 14-point swing. I'll be honest, I haven't seen intentional grounding in high school in a long time. When's the last time you saw intentional grounding in high school?
It's been a lot. You're right.
It's been a long time.
Well, Coach Koopman's still getting the explanation, and now they're going to take a timeout. Amaya, can you hear us down there right now?
Yes, I can.
I tell you what, I mean, what is the vibe on the Friendswood sideline? Are the fans, confused? I mean, because I can hear the Rosenberg Terrier fans over here. I don't know if you can hear them over where you are. They are unhappy with that last call.
Yes, I thought Halloween was Thursday, but there are a lot of boos out here right now.
Oh, my goodness. There's Rosenberg Terry side, and they're, fans. I don't know if Friendswood fans are saying anything, or they're just happy that we still have the football. I don't see a lot of Friendswood fans standing up. I think they're just a sigh of relief on the Friendswood side. Well, regardless, we're going to take this thing down now. Terry fans are getting into it. As you can hear now on the crowd, Mike, it is 3rd and goal.
Well, are they arguing over, or not arguing, I'm sorry, are they thinking about is it a loss of down or not? So
intentional grounding should be a loss of down.
So is it really 4th or is it 3rd? And all the time I've forgotten if what we were on to begin with.
Well, I think it was.
Was it 2nd?
It was 2nd. It was 2nd. The most important thing for the Mustangs is they do have the ball.
Yes.
Oh, and they're going to give Friendswood 12 seconds on the clock now.
Oh, my.
Well, our fan by the crowd, Mike, hasn't seen that yet, so he has not reacted.
He announced it, 12 seconds on the game clock. The Terry players, the cheerleaders, the parents, they're all up in arms. They're trying to get the crowd going, stomping their feet, looking for a big stop here by the Terry defense.
The Terry clock operator does not want to put it to 12.
He doesn't want this quarter to last any longer than it already has.
Coach Anthony arguing. Again, situation here, Friendswood down 14-10, and the clock has now changed to 12 seconds. Coach Anthony furious on the sideline of Terry, and I can't blame him right now. They had a scoop and score for 6. Go back to Friendswood football.
Now there's single coverage on Christian Lee.
They
have
sure
the
is.
over the top. Now they come out of it.
Got Elizondo and Lee down to the right side. Going up top to Lee in the back of the end zone. Caught!
What a catch!
Touchdown, Christian Lee! What a catch! What a catch! We'll see. I tell you what, we had the official back there. I didn't think he was in. The official on the in line was in line, and he says 6. And the crowd is just shocked on this Rosenberg Terry sideline as Friendswood goes on top now, 16-14. And our fan by the crowd mic's leaving. He's walking that one off.
He's had enough.
16-14, extra point coming up. Extra point is up and good. Friendswood on top, 17-14. What I didn't even know how to describe it. A topsy-turvy turn of events there the last minute and a half.
What a series of events. That very easily could have been 21-10.
Oh, yes.
Terry. Well, and all the flags and everything else that happened is now 17-14, 5.9 seconds to go. Friendswood presumably will be taking the lead into the halftime.
You're right.
Those last 5 minutes were, or last 5 minutes on the clock were 25 minutes on actual time.
I tell you what, after this kickoff, of course, we go to halftime. I'm looking forward to Amaya talking with Coach Koopman to see what Coach Koopman's thoughts are. That's an interesting first half, and he's got to have, he's got to have a lot of thoughts. So I don't know if he's going to be able to think of everything right now that's just happened because a lot has taken place.
That is a lot to digest.
And after we hear Coach Koopman with Amaya, we will take a break, come back with some advertisements. We'll also hear from Coach Koopman, interviewed the other day with myself. Kickoff goes to the middle. He's going to be brought down. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we'll try to sort this first half out. Regardless, right now the score is Friendswood 17, Terry 14. And, Coach, all this being said, as bad as this has gone for Friendswood, you're leading the ball game 17-14. You're in control of the game, and all you're trying to do today is get a win.
Yeah, and that's the goal, right? We talked about it last week. On Saturday night, you want to be 1-0.
Yes.
Especially when playoffs start, because if you're not 1-0, you're not playing. So
you're not.
And all the mess, and we can't even think about that, but what a great catch by Christian Lee.
Absolutely.
That was an amazing catch. Lofted up there by Gurdon, drug his feet as he's falling down. An amazing catch. He can't do anything about the penalties, the grounding. He just goes out and does his job. Great catch by Christian.
Trips formation, left side, pressure, Kyle's just scrambling. Kyle's just going to be brought down by Roney, and that's going to do it for the first half as I don't see any flags. Of course, I'm scanning. We've seen one every play in the last minute and a half. But it is halftime. We're going to go down to Amaya, trying to catch Coach Koopman real quick. Amaya, good luck finding Coach Koopman. I don't know if you see him there or not, but I see him coming your way.
He's over there talking to one of the sideline officials.
All right. That's okay. We'll just see if he just has any thoughts on the first half.
Hey, Coach Koopman. We are just wondering what your thoughts are on the first half and the score flip-flopping and how you plan to keep us on top.
We're lucky as heck to be ahead. Great play there at the end, and we just got to pick up our intensity, and I think we'll be all right in the second half.
All righty. Thank you.
Amaya, thank you so much. Great job, as always, from Amaya Henry down there with Coach Koopman, and you heard it. The coach staff's going to have to go sort this thing out as well. But regardless, the bottom line is this. Your Friendswood Mustangs are on top, 17-14. Halftime here from Rosenberg. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Network.
With big league resources and services, that strength is used for local families and businesses. Come see how being local makes a big difference in banking at Hometown Bank. Visit Facebook, Twitter, or htbna.bank for more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Believe he found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What, did he balance on that big chair? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun. 911, what is your emergency? Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear, filling in for Smokey because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
Thanks, Coach Robert Kootman. And, Coach, first of all, congratulations. Big homecoming win last week. Just big win for the team.
Yeah, it was, just a great effort by everybody. I mean, both offense and defense especially.
Sure.
I mean, we decided we wanted to give them 2 points on the first snap and kind of go from there. But then when we kicked to it, we got that 3 and out. I just thought that was monumental. Yeah. It's hard to say something monumental in the first quarter, but I thought it was. And I thought offensively, won a lot of points. That was a really good defense. Mm-hmm. We kept the ball, but kind of controlled the ball and kept the pace of the game.
Yeah, I thought, we've talked about the defense a lot this year, and they've had some great games, but that was, to me, one of the better full four-quarter games they played.
Just mentally being where you're supposed to be. Mm-hmm. They did such a great job the other night. So, as we move forward, that's kind of the building block. We want to just do that every week.
Sure. Well, this week, of course, you got a Saturday game, and how does that change your preparations, or is it harder the week after that Saturday game, going to that Friday game?
Yes. Yeah. We're creatures of habit, and it changes your habit. I mean, it just changes how you, especially it really changes your Thursday and Friday, and what you do with that, and then bringing the kids up Saturday morning, and then it does make for a short week the next week because coaches don't have a time to decompress. By the time you get home at 6 or 7 on Saturday, we'll be back up here Sunday morning planning. And so, our goal is to take care of business and just kind of put everything to bed where we're kind of set. And we don't have to worry about week 10.
Right. That's one of the next questions. Of course, we got playoffs coming up here. 2 weeks, 2 games left, but obviously you don't want to look too far ahead. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're in position. Take care of business Saturday, and you guys essentially you've locked it up, at least a playoff position.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then let the chips fall where they may with the other teams.
Can't control that other part. Let's go
seasons, but I know going to Rosenberg, and I've seen Terry in the past, sometimes they do things to disrupt you a little bit.
They do, because they're getting a veer, and they'll start running that veer at you, split back veer from under, and your kids haven't seen it ever.
Right.
And the quarterback's pretty handy. He's a big athletic kid, and I mean when he takes off, Foster didn't catch him when he broke one on them. So they're athletic enough, and defensively, they're gonna man us. They're athletic on the back end. So the surprising thing is looking at them that they're struggling scoring a little bit, and so our job is try and get them on early and try and kind of get them where they have to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, I gotta think if I was in their position, it's not been their best year, but get a chance to be a spoiler is always the fun.
And they're at home, and
right.
you expect you're gonna get an honest effort out of them.
Sure. Okay. Well, and like I said, after last week's game, with the big win versus Hightower, who of course at that time came in undefeated, that's got to give you guys a lot of confidence now going, not just Terry, but the Angleton, and of course playoffs.
My guys were so ready to get back on the field after that Shadow Creek game because I know Shadow Creek's a really good football team, and I don't want to take anything away from them because, as I said, if they're not the number one team in the state, I can't imagine who it is. I know is that they just didn't feel like they played well. Our kids didn't, and so they were really excited to get back on the field on Friday and just kind of show who we were. And I was just that's what excited me is that Shadow Creek game, man. They thought it was an aberration. And then let us come out and play.
Yeah, I was wondering too. As we talk about the very first snap, of course, they score and you got to be thinking, is this really happening after the Shadow Creek game? Your first play back in a live action is that. But boy, they responded well.
They did. They responded. The coaching staff responded well. We weren't losing our minds. Matter of fact, I told the kids that it happens out of how many snaps in a season.
Sure.
And it just happened to happen in a bad situation. So, but now the kids handle it well, and I thought the coaches handled it. We talked about the reality of what we have. If we take care of our business, we can get second place in what some people think is the toughest district in the state.
Right.
And so, you know, that's the reality that we live in. And so our job as coaches is to try and focus them on Terry. And so we have not looked at anything ahead. We haven't looked at Angleton. We haven't looked and I think our kids will respond. They've been mature all year, so I don't expect they're going to change their personality this week.
We're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's Coach Robert Koopman of the Friendswood Mustangs. We'll be right back here on the Coaches Show.
With 7 locations to serve, they are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Trailer Stadium. Halftime is over. It is time to get this second half underway. Friendswood on top, 17-14. Coach Fritz, have you had time now to kind of digest what happened?
I did have time to digest what happened, and I'm still a little in shock, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. It could have been a crazy turn of events there with that intentional grounding call. That could have turned the game around 14 points. And just looking here at the stats, Luke Gurdon, again, another efficient day. He's got 15 to 23 completions, 185, and 1 touchdown for a 104.4 QB rating. He's handing the ball off. He's passed the ball off to 6 different receivers, leading the team. Christian Lee, 5 targets, 5 receptions, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Tom Coa has 41 yards, and Dawson Johnson has 20 yards receiving. So the receiving corps has been doing a great job. What I'm more concerned about, one thing, is the defense, what the defensive coaches have done in the halftime to make an adjustment for the, what do you call the Terry offense?
Well, they're multiple.
The differences of it. They've done a lot of crazy things.
They're definitely multiple. I mean, you've got come out in the veer, you've got the empty set, you got a little bit of everything, and I think that's the issue is that Friendswood, they're playing with their heels back on defense.
Right.
And this is just going to be it's going to be interesting. And the kickoff is going to be from Friendswood goes short. It's going to be fair call at the 35-yard line, as Friendswood did get the opening kick, so they do kick this thing off. So Rosenberg, Terry, I'll be interested to see where they come out in. Again, we've seen so many different formations. It's senior day. You've got nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see formation we didn't see in the first half here in the second.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how the Friendswood defense responds to that today, and the coaches. I know Coach Koopman, those guys work on it very hard. And, again, appreciate Coach Koopman talking to Amaya at halftime. He does a great job no matter what the situation is, coming in, talking to the fans and talking to the kids. Good composure by his part.
Brandon Kyle's on the keeper. First play is going to be back to their more typical, we'd call our Terry formation, 2 backs, tight, run that veer, but single receiver to both sides. Kyles, again, comes in as the leading rusher on this team. That's going to be a 4-yard gain for Brandon Kyles. And not only was it the multiplicity of the offense that gave us problems, a lot of penalties there at the end of that first half really made a huge difference. Again, Friendswood needs to hold their collective breath. We're even up 17-14 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That, like I said, that could have been a big 14-point swing as we start here off in the third quarter.
Single receiver to both sides. Kyles on the option is going to keep it. It's going to be brought down, tripped up by Dane Roney. And it is going to be about, I'll give him 2 yards on that carry as Roney's solid game continues.
Yeah, grab the shoe there and hang on there, Dan. Otherwise, that would have been another big run for Terry.
Third, and it will give him a long 5 here. 10:58 just underway here in the third quarter. Rosenberg, Terry down to your Mustangs 17-14. Trying to put some more points on the board. Another option. Kyles, keeper, around the left side. Ball's loose. Who's got it? It's a battle on the Friendswood sideline.
Did it go out of bounds or did we get it?
We have a signal. It is signaled.
The official has his foot down on the 48-yard line, but he hasn't pointed.
Well, they're going to give it to Friendswood football. They're going to say that possession was made inbounds. That ball was close to the sideline over there. It was hard from our vantage point to see.
Right, me too.
The official's right on top of it. So Friendswood, huge break again. Friendswood's dodging bullets all day. Gurdon, back to pass, complete across the middle. Christian Lee is caught and going to be brought down. Maybe about a 4-yard gain. They're just coming across the middle. And again, Friendswood has just dodged many bullets here. Second down and 6 now for the Mustangs. Handoff, Payless, left side. Got some room, 40. Good block, 35, 30, 25, and run out of bounds. Right about the 25-yard line.
Great lanes made by the O-line there for him to get through that second level and just be a little patient. He says, hey, I need a break. I just ran a little bit.
Gonna spot him at the 24. First and 10 now for the Mustangs. Coach Koopman was over talking to the officials, and we're going to have There's going to be kind of an injury timeout here as Payless was trying to walk that off. It didn't seem really get hit or anything, just kind of kept on going. And Trenick was on the field. He's walking off fine. But
yeah, when he came out here on this side on the near side of the field, he's tapping his helmet saying, I need somebody to get in for me. So I might have tweaked his ankle a little bit. We'll see.
Here we go. Gurdon back. Handoff. Tomko, right side. Tomko trying to find some running room. No, now he's brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Good patience by Tomko, but there's just nowhere to run at that time. Good pursuit that time by the Terry Rangers defense. 2nd down and 10 now for the Mustangs. Ball is spotted again on the Terry 24-yard line, just underway here in the second half. Friendswood on top, 17-14. Gurdon back to pass across the middle, over Lee's head, incomplete. Floated a little too much. Gurdon puts that typical snap on that ball. I think Lee catches that one and goes in the house, but floated a little too much, trying to give Lee a chance to run underneath it. Just could not make the connection. It's going to be a 3rd down and 10 now for your Mustangs.
Yeah, Christian lined up there on the tight end. It's a little gut route right up the middle. If the safety bites to the outside, then you throw it. It looks like he did, and Gurdon just lost it a little too much there for him. That would have been either a touchdown or right on the 2-yard line, it looked like.
Gurdon back to pass, got Tomko out of the backfield, caught, turn up field and go, 20, 15. Still churning down to the 11-yard line. Goes Joey Tomko. Good block out there by Dawson Johnson. John McCabe in there as well. It's going to be enough for a 1st and 10. Ball is spotted at the Terry 11. Can still get a 1st down before they get 6. Friendswood, all they're looking for is the 6, though. Put a little bit of breathing room here between them and the Terry Rangers. Handoff right side, Tomko. Tomko makes a nice cut up the middle, bound to the 5-yard line. Nowhere to go around the right side. Nice cut. Gets 6, down to the 5.
Yeah, nice cut back there. He didn't see anything on the outside. Nice cut back, bringing them down there to the 6-yard line. Friendswood's having a very efficient drive this first one.
Exactly what you want to see coming out here in the second half. Again, Friendswood taking advantage of the Terry turnovers. Terry did get the kickoff. Terry turns it over right about 50-yard line of Friendswood, moving forward ever since. Fakes to Tomko. That's Christian Lee. Christian Lee puts his shoulder down and runs over the safety, and that's 6 for Christian Lee from that Wildcat formation. Friendswood, 6 more, 23-14, 8:26 on the clock, and finally a little breathing room for the Mustangs.
Yeah, great drive right there. Like we said, efficient, just pounding it down the field. After that fumble recovery, you got to capitalize on those fumble recoveries, those turnovers. They did a great job doing that. Breaks the lead out here with 8:26.
Mueller's kick from the 10. The extra point is up and good. Friendswood now goes on top, 24-14. And again, I was going to say it again, it's the first time all day where you've had a little bit of breathing room here between them and Rosenberg Terry.
Yeah, it's one of those games that it's going to be some big plays here and there. And that intentional grounding call was a big play for Friendswood. Now they've come down, got another big play on the fumble recovery. Now they're going to kick off here with 8:26 in the quarter for Terry. They have to keep the mental focus, right? They can't give up and say, we're down, we lost some scores, we have to sit there and play our game. We need to continue to play because they were all fired up. They already look like they're down here in the first part of the 3rd quarter. They don't need to do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And they've given Friendswood the opportunity to be in the lead. I mean, that's pure, plain and simple. So we'll see now if Terry, again, let's see if they can keep their heads up a little bit. They got opportunity here because they're only down 10, but Friendswood, we'll see if that momentum now can hold here in this second half. Kick goes down to the 10, brought back to the 15, 20. Right into the 23. He's brought down by a host of Mustangs.
Going to put him there at about the 24-yard line is really going to mark it. First down for Terry with 8:19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what they come out here, right here, Kirk, on the offense, what they're trying to. And here's the thing for Terry that we haven't seen. If they need a quick strike, I'm not sure they have the personnel, the scheme, whatever you want to call it, to make a quick strike. They're going to try to do that, matriculate down the field, going up the gut like in the first, take up the time. But as they're behind, do they have the time to do that?
Right.
They take the whole quarter to get only one score.
1st and 10. Terry going back to pass. Got a man incomplete.
Little low, number 13, Isaiah Montalvo. Got to like the idea, though, of what they're trying to do and get it a quick out, but a
Yes.
little low pass on that.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10 now. Got a couple new backs coming in personnel. Got a feeling they're going to go back to that veer formation they've been running earlier in the game. Coach Cornelius Anthony just mixing it up all day long here. It's what's kept Terry in the ball game. Kyle's taking his time now talking to Coach Anthony. Officials over here huddling with Coach Koopman right now. We'll see. Well, the officials now coming to talk to Coach Anthony. I'm not sure what we got going on here.
Yeah, they're bringing Helton off for some reason. They're talking to him about something. I'm not sure what's going on. What's the delay?
Well, the head official goes from one side of the field to the other.
Trying to explain what's going on.
Here we go, handoff. Oh, Kyle's keeper got about a 3-yard gain on that to the Terry 27-yard line. Kyle's a little slow to get up. Took a couple of shots that time. And right now, it looks like in for Helton, we got Peyton Lunsford in the ballgame right now, as Helton did go to the sideline. And now we have new personnel again for Terry. Got to feel like, again, maybe we'll see a little trips formation here. 7:45 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And their quarterback's coming out. Not sure if he's hurt on that last play or what. Timeout Terry on the field. Going to maybe talk it over a little bit.
Again, this has been an odd sequence of events as well. I mean, we've just kind of going to go back and forth, back and forth. We got play stoppage, and we really haven't had any penalties. It's just been still not sure what the conversation was with the head official and the two coaches, but step it up. Again, for Friendswood, it's pretty simple. Win today, 2nd seed, 2nd place in district, going to the playoffs as the 2nd seed. Looking like matching up maybe with Kingwood Park in that 1st round, but regardless, it will be a home game for the Mustangs. They'll finish the regular season next Friday night at Henry Winston versus the Angleton Wildcats. If they hang on here, that game meaningless in the seeding. Of course, they're all big.
Right. Yeah, no one wants to lose going into playoffs with a loss. They want to go into momentum. But are we broadcasting that game the 15th at home?
We will be broadcasting.
Yes, sir.
You will
we
hear
sure
us.
Will be.
You will hear us all the way through state.
I like it.
3rd down and 7. New quarterback in the ball game is going to be brought down for a loss.
Nick Aboud.
Nick Aboud again, absolutely.
Beautiful pursuit right there. Great job, young man.
Look, Kellen Stewart came in at quarterback, going to run some Wildcat. And Aboud puts it back for a loss. Now it's be 4th and 15.
And Nick Aboud's had a solid season for the Mustangs.
Sure has.
That linebacker spot. Good young man, hard worker. Good for him.
Got Connor Haynes back at his own 45-yard line. Oh, almost had a block by Spiller. Did not. And they're going to say it hit right at the 47-yard line was where it is touched. It is going to be Friendswood ball on the Terry 47-yard line. 6:54 left here in the 3rd quarter. Friendswood on top, 24-14. Ball is on the Terry 47. Garden rolls to his left. Got a man caught. That is going to be Dawson Johnson.
Yes, sir.
A little short of the first, but a nice job. Going to be a 2nd and 2 now at the Terry 39-yard line. Twin receivers to the right side. Single receiver down to the left. Gurdon back to pass. Going up top. Incomplete.
Looks like that was the same pass they tried to throw on the touchdown. The Christian Lee lineup as the tight end, doing a little gut route just on the left side as opposed to the right side. Just a little too much on the pass there from Gurdon.
3rd and 2 now for the Mustangs. Ball is on the Terry 39-yard line. 6:15 left here in the third quarter. Friendswood up 24-14.
And, our third down efficiency, we mentioned earlier, has not been great. And if we plan on making any noise in the playoffs, we're going to have to improve on that for sure.
Pass out Tomko right side, first down, and then some. Tomko dancing around down to the 32-yard line. Again, that's enough for you. Another Friendswood Mustang 1st and 10. This drive will continue.
And we just have to complete those third, either long, in this case 3rd and short. We just got to make those conversions so we can turn around and get that first down, the new set of downs. Looks like we have a Terry player hurt on the field.
Coming off.
Ooh. Could be a shoulder there. They sub him out as the trainer comes and works on him.
32-yard line for Friendswood in Terry territory. Gurdon, empty backfield, movement up front. Didn't see a flag or not. Got Dawson Johnson across the middle. That's caught for a first down. Hangs on to that one. Taking a nice shot, but does hang on to that football. And again, another 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball is just spotted on the 20.
Yeah, nice to hang on by Dawson. He's going to take a hit when he takes those a couple steps there. But have you seen Dawson Johnson lately? It's pretty thick.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't mind taking a shot.
No, he can give them, too. There's no doubt about that. Yes. He can deliver them. So he took that one in stride. Good for him. That Connor Haynes in motion.
Sure is. Christian Lee on the keeper. Lee is going to run around the left side using that Haynes block. Maybe get about 3 or 4 on that carry. And Gurdon coming back in the ball game now. Haynes back out. Kovacevic back out as well. 2nd down and 6 now. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Your Mustangs are on top 24-14. Empty backfield for Gurdon. Looking for Tomko. The quick out was covered. Gurdon throws that ball, trying to throw it away. It's almost intercepted.
Yeah, Elizondo never turned around. No. I don't know if he thought it was a run or what, because he was going down the block the whole time, never turned around from the ball, and I think Gurdon just tried to throw it away and didn't get enough on it to get it out of bounds.
Yeah, he did not. He tried to throw that thing out of bounds and almost got picked.
Yeah, but Elizondo never even turned around. That was weird. I think he thought it might have been a run or actually a throw out to the flats, which is what they were trying to do originally, and Gurdon didn't throw it there for some reason.
So 3rd and 6 now. Empty backfield for Gurdon. More movement. There's the penalty. Got a free one here. Gurdon across the middle. Caught. Christian Lee makes one move, and he's down to the 2. Offsides will be declined. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Setting up shop on the 2.
I'm sorry, Kirk. Looks like they're bringing in the heavy package.
There you go. Dane Roney's already tasted the end zone once. Will he get it again?
And, you have to think right here with 4:21 in the third quarter, Friendswood scores here.
Yes.
That's pretty much the game. Hate to give it away here so far. Hate to give the ending before it's actually over, right? But getting out now to do a 17-point lead, and I just don't think Terry has that quick strike offense that's going to give them a chance to come back.
Well, we'll see who this one goes to. Again, you got Roney, you got Matt.
Veach. Get out there,
Put your head down and score. 6 points. Lead blocking Trey Mapp and Dane Roney, and Jared Veach with a 6. Gives Friendswood 30. They are now on top 30-14 with the extra point pending.
And another wrinkle right there, Kirk, on the heavy package. We've seen that the past 2 or 3 weeks. Different guys getting the ball, Trey Mapp, Roney, someone like that. And, of course, this time Veach goes to the outside when they've seen the video of us running up the gut every time. And, of course, like we did early in the first quarter, that's a nice wrinkle for Friendswood to have here in the mix.
Absolutely. And Veach, a hard runner himself.
Absolutely, yes. Great addition this year since he came back to football. Good for him.
Mueller's kick is up and good. It is now Friendswood 31, Terry 14. Amaya, we're going to go down to you for just a second if we can. I feel like things have now, of course, shifted in the ballgame. Friendswood fans feeling it too?
Yes, the Friendswood fans are. I hear a loud cheer and scream right as you ask that question.
That's how we do it here on MCS Sports, Now, can you hear the other side? Terry's, it was really loud the second quarter. It seemed to die down a little bit. Do you feel like they feel a little bit on defeated right now?
Yeah, I think they're like, oh, we're we're pumping it up. But now it's kind of like, oh,
yeah,
that's what we expect.
It's a little more, I feel like reality maybe starts set in. We'll see what Terry does this drive. Thank you very much, Amaya, for your report. 31 for Friendswood, 14 for Terry. This is a score that, people probably would have expected to start out, but it definitely was far from that in the first half. Friendswood has just taken advantage of every opportunity they've been given here in the second half, and has finally, for the first time all game, had a little bit of breathing room as the sun is now making its appearance again.
Yes.
What a gorgeous day, though, that sun right in our face. 31-14, Friendswood. Kickoff goes into the end zone. It will be Terry ball on their own 25.
And we'll make a quick mention, Kirk. I'm sorry.
No.
The fans are a little quiet over there today simply because the Friendswood Band is not here today. The Friendswood Band is in San Antonio doing a competition. So good luck to those young men and young women. They work very hard. It's like a full-time job, those kids in the band. They work all summer. They march. They work their tails off. So good luck to those guys and those girls as they're working this weekend in San Antonio.
Well, and it definitely brings a different atmosphere to your football game.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. We need them. We need them.
We could have used them.
Yeah, absolutely. So good luck to those directors. I know they do a great job with those kids. They work really, really hard.
1st and 10 for the Terry Rangers. That's going to be a handoff around the right side and going nowhere.
Matthew Reyes says, not today, sir.
Michael Odom looking for some room, and he's going to lose 4 on that. There's Terry's offense is gone.
Got a little treatment there in the sidelines. It looks like he's ready to go.
He is good to go. 2nd down and 13 now. Trips formation, left side. Pressure. Kyles gets it off. Overthrown. And it is –
that was
Luke Sanchez.
Hit him right in the gullet.
Oh, my God. I don't know who feels worse, Trey Mapp or Luke Sanchez. Mapp's sitting there like, I cannot believe you just dropped that ball.
And I think he might have had 6 on that. He had some green in front of him.
I think he was looking for the tackle. He's coming in, and all of a sudden when his head went up, it was, all he saw was green grass and a football, and got to make the connection right there. Oh, man. 3rd down and 13 now for the Rangers. Passing formation, obviously, again. Trips formation, right side. Kyles back to pass, being pressured by Reyes. Reyes going to be brought down time.
Seth Downs, number 42 with the pressure. Matt Reyes there to finish it up.
Great job by Mr. Downs and Reyes, the pressure. And that will be a 4th and long, 4th and lengthy now for the Terry Rangers, and Kyles will stay in to do the punting duty. Connor Haynes, he's been itching for a return, Coach. He's right about midfield. If he gets the kick he wants, look out.
It looks like we got the return is called.
There he go. He can get this one back. Oh, it hit him in the chest. It hit him right in the chest.
It looked like he
and
hit
it
him right in the face mask.
It might have. It was recovered by the Rangers.
I think he was excited about getting a chance to return that one when he comes out there, and the ball came out quick. He had some room in front of him. I think he maybe tried to think about what I'm going to do before I catch it. Got to catch it first, then make your move. Hit him. It looked like right in the face mask.
Yeah, it might have.
And then right to the ground. And the Terry guy was coming, so hit him right there in the hands. Tough break. Can't let that one play define you. Connor's been a great asset all year. Had a great year, great season for Friendswood. So he's got to come back now and just play defense. He'll be all right.
1st and 10 for the Rangers. Ball is on the Friendswood Mustang 48-yard line. Friendswood up 31-14, 2:38 left, and now those touchdowns of breathing room has made this position not feel so bad, because if that would have happened in the first half and that way that game was going, you don't want to give Terry any more breaks.
Yeah, you can't give him those breaks. We got to make now. Terry's got to go make most of their opportunities, even though they're down quite a bit here. We'll see what they can do down 17 points with 2:21 and counting in the 3rd quarter.
Ball is spotted on the Mustang 43-yard line. Twin formations to the right, tight end strong to the left, 2 backs. Whistle blown first. It's going to be a false start on the Rangers. Can't shoot yourself from the foot, but they did. Got to take advantage of when you get that breaks, and right now they are not.
Yeah, and you hate to see penalties taking such a huge part of the game. At least I do. No matter who it's on, you just let the kids play. Let's see how they do. I know the officials have to call the game correctly, though, but we just hate to see the flags kind of take over the game. So
2:03 left here in the 3rd. Ball is spotted on the Friendswood 48-yard line. Friendswood up 31-14. Terry, though, with the football, looking to get this game a little tighter. Kyles, pitch, caught, 50. 45.
Trey Mapp in pursuit.
Running out of bounds at the 44-yard line goes number 5, Michael Odom. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain. Brings up 3rd down and 5 now for the Terry Rangers. Ball's right back to the 43 where they started this.
You got to give Kyle's credit. He made the defense bite on that. That's a very nice pitch.
Absolutely.
Harder than it looks to pitch that ball out 3 feet as long as it is as you run in full speed to the running back and lead him enough to where he can catch it. Nice pitch for that young man.
Terry's still taking a lot of time, but they use that play clock.
They do. They sure are.
We're down to 5, and they just broke that huddle. Kyle's under center. 2, 1, gets it off. Looking for a man out in the flats. Got him. Caught Kellen Stewart. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Rangers. Keep this drive alive. With 1:35 left here in the 3rd. Ball is spotted just at the 37-yard line of the Mustangs. Twin receivers right side, tight end to the left. Pitch outside, 35-yard line, tripped up there by Trey Mapp. It's going to be maybe a 3-yard gain on that play. Yeah, about 2nd and 8 here. Kyle's under center, twin formation left side, tight end to the right. Kyle's pitch out, 30 in the 25. He's broke about 2 or 3 tackles. Goes Thompson.
Looks like they dropped it. Looks like it was a fumble out there.
Friends was saying they have it. Official not made a call yet.
Neither one of the guys letting the ball go, but he made a couple quick moves there. Did a spin move. Looked like the ball might have come out. Timeout on the field. They're saying he's down, even though the Friendswood Connor Haynes has the ball in his hands.
Said he was down first.
They're saying he was down first.
Very well might have been. That's going to be a first down now for the Terry Rangers.
Coach Koopman kind of smiles and shakes his head as if to say, yeah, okay.
Right.
Whatever you say.
You've got that breathing room now. That helps make that a little bit more palatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to go down to 17 seconds now, probably the last play of this 3rd quarter. Handoff up the gut. Oh, good as Odom down to the 15-yard line. That's going to be enough for another Terry Ranger first down. They're going to roll that clock, and that'll do it here for the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a quick break here on MCS Sports. Start the 4th. Friendswood on top, 31-14, 12 minutes left. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Did you know that FISD offers after-school and evening programs for children, students, and adults? After-school classes are available at all elementary and intermediate campuses. Classes like soccer, puppet making, Little Vet School, Cooking for Kids, Spanish, Family and Me Dance Party, marathon and 5K running programs, and many more are available. We have classes for kids as young as 3 years old.
And welcome back to Trailer Stadium, whereas the handoff from Terry goes up the gut. Going to give him about a 2-yard gain. Fourth quarter here just started. Friendswood on top, 31-14. Terry knocking on the door. They are on the Friendswood 12. You know, that 3rd quarter was all Friendswood, and they needed every single point they could get as they have finally made some separation here with the Terry Rangers.
Well, it just gives you breathing room, and it also opens up the playbook a little bit more on what you can do. There's certain times where the score dictates you need to do certain things, and now it kind of gives Friendswood a chance to kind of change some few things.
Their defense is definitely more downhill this quarter. Odom around the outside, 10, 5. Oh, he's down the 3-yard line. Goes Michael Odom. And it'll be a 1st and goal now for the Terry Rangers.
And now here they are running the pitch option. which they didn't do at all in the first half.
Right.
The quarterback was the keeper every time. Now they're doing the pitch option, gives them another aspect. So you can see how Terry can be a competitive team.
Absolutely,
right every
yes.
single week. With the number of kids they have on the field, which is not many, they're playing really hard. I've been actually really impressed with them today. I thought it was going to be some kind of different game. They've done a great job, the coaches. And there's a touchdown taken out, number 26, a handoff by Quincy Johnson. Touchdown, Terry.
Terry not going away yet.
They're not going away quietly, that's for sure.
31-20, extra point pending for the Terry Rangers. Man, I tell you what, though, that's as Scott Ives comes into the extra point, you got a lot of respect for there. I mean, these guys could have rolled over and said, hey, you guys, we got one win in district this year. No. They're going to compete and try to make this game, and they're going to keep the pressure on Friendswood the rest of this ball game.
Absolutely. So that takes it now down to 10:45 in the fourth quarter, 21-31, as the Terry team has a little life left in them.
Amaya, you're down there on the Friendswood sideline. Do you feel a sense of urgency, or do you think they still feel pretty good, up 10 points right now?
I think they still feel pretty good. Nobody has oh man, it's more just glad we're still on top.
Yeah, glad. Again, that third quarter, all those scores Friendswood did, every one of them is big right now. You can never be up by enough sometimes, can you? Mm-hmm. No, you cannot. So it's 31-21. Friendswood needs to put together a good drive right here, maybe run some clock, get a chance to get maybe one more score to get that breathing room back and put Terry away finally. But though this game, Coach, the way this game's going with the different break opportunities and whatnot, and the ball's been on the turf a lot, this game's far from over.
Oh, absolutely far from over. This could be a play here and there, get another score. It's a 3-point ball game. It makes it a little nail biting.
And a little too tight. I know the Friendswood sideline had a thought of coming in here, hopefully taking care of business in the first half, resting some players, getting them ready because the playoffs are in 2 weeks. There's no chance of that tonight.
No, absolutely not. But you know what? In the long, there's a little pooch short kick to the 20 taken by Connor Haynes.
He does.
Does not step out of bounds. Gets outside, trying to cut it with the middle.
Good cut
nice
back.
Run.
Good cut back from Haynes.
Good cut back, I'm sorry, to the 29. But, Kirk, it's also a thing of playing tough teams at the end. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes.
You beat a good team at the end. It's going to make you play better. It's really not great to have these blowout wins and things like that. Doesn't really help Friendswood, or Terry for that matter, get better as the season goes on.
Terry, to me, though, Coach, to be honest, between you and I, they do not look like a two-win team.
They did not. Absolutely no. They've looked really good tonight. I've been impressed. Competitive. And, again, their offense is just a different style. Again, it's reminiscent of the old 70s and 80s. The inside handoffs, wishbone that we talked about, the Oklahoma used to run back in the day. So it's a neat offense. I think they played hard. Got to give the kids and the coach a lot of credit for doing what they can.
Absolutely. First play from Trailer Stadium is your Mustangs on top of the Rangers, 31-21. A little over 10 minutes left here from Rosenberg.
And I'm sure as some of the other coaches and their other teams are Saturday prepping and maybe going over some film, they're probably taking a look at this score every now and then and see what they what's happening here in district games.
Absolutely. Second down and 10 now. Twin formation, both sides. Gurdon caught. Christian Lee, give him 5 on that catch. Lee's had a nice game today, regardless of the touchdown, which was phenomenal. Mm-hmm. He's had a great day. Both in the wildcat position and the receiver. But that touchdown to end the first half was huge. That might have been a little bit of a backbreaker for Terry as they had controlled things. And then all of a sudden, they were down. Gurdon. Oh, he's got all day. Got a man, Cock. John McCabe, 50, 45, down to the 40-yard line. McCabe was sitting down there making toast. He was there for so long.
Yeah, we looked at Dawson Johnson, who I think had the over the top, but then the safety had to come over the top to help. When that safety broke to help on Dawson Johnson, McCabe slid and kept his route going across. Boom. Gurdon hit him. Very nice on his part, checking it. That probably his third read would be my guess, but that was a great look from Gurdon.
Tomko out, Veach in, doubles formation. Veach, handoff up the middle. Oh, he runs over his own players.
Runs over somebody else.
Still on his feet. It's about a 13-yard gain for Jared Veach. Yeah, if you're one of his players, you just get out of his way.
When you tackle him, you know you've tackled him.
Yes,
He's made sure that you understand you tackled him. Good job
or
there.
he tackled you. You're not sure which.
You're right. Good job for there, number 37.
Jared Veach brings it down to another 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. The box says third. There it goes. Change that thing to first. Ball's on the 28-yard line. Handoff this time goes to – who's back in the game this year? Is that still Veach?
Yes, sir. It is Veach. Taken down by number 20, Lance McLean of Terry. if you hear some cheering in the background, folks.
Austin P just scored.
Austin P just scored. That's where Kirk's son, Justin, who was a great former Mustang, works and the strength coach for Austin P. And they're ranked nationally, and they're playing, and coach is keeping track of it. So way to go, Justin, and the boys at Austin P.
And way to go, Friendswood, being on top 31-21. 8 minutes left. Uh-oh, got a wheel. There's that wheel route. Gurdon
plenty of
looking
time.
to pass. Still got time. Oh, that ball was high. Looking for, that's Dawson Johnson right there.
Yeah, plenty of time. Gurdon rolled out to his right, just kind of surveying the field a little high there to Dawson Johnson.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3rd and 8 for the Mustang. For the Mustangs, and so it will. Well, in worst case for the Mustangs too, is it stops the clock right now because I know they want to keep this thing rolling.
Right.
Head back to Friendswood with that 2nd place seed sewed up. Gurdon back to pass. Oh, Tomko's got some room. 25-20. Got a man. He can't quite get past. Slows him down. But that is enough for another Mustang 1st down. You know, if you've scouted Friendswood all year, you've got to know they're going to target their running backs more times than not.
Yeah, out of the flats.
Yes.
They're absolutely going to do that. But, you know, it's smart on our part to use that 3-headed monster, as you say, when it comes to Palitz, Veach, and Tomko to get out there. They're all 3 quality runners. They keep those feet going.
Yes.
And when the way our receivers block downfield, I've mentioned it earlier in the year, they do a phenomenal job of blocking through the play. I know that's well coached by Coach Rohr and all those guys out there. And Coach Truman on the running back side. Great block by Riggs.
On the run, he's brought down. That was a great drop by Riggs. If he could have just cut a little quicker.
Yes.
He got the right side kind of collapsed down a little bit, but my goodness.
Michael Riggs with a great block on that outside to make him go inside. Good job, Michael.
Oh, my God. You need to put some syrup on that pancake. That was beautiful right there.
Yeah, no butter.
Absolutely not. 7:21 and counting. Friendswood on top, 31-21. Trying to put one more score on the board here to really cap this thing off, you would think.
Yeah, with 7-10 going away in the 4th quarter, absolutely. This would make it a big instrumental. Gurdon is back. After crossing routes. Again, kind of Christian Lee over the flats.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Yes, sir. Christian Lee, goodness. He is not lacking for confidence, that young man. I love it when he gets in there. He bowls over two like he's doing a 7-10 split, if I use the bowling term correctly. I'm not a very good bowler. But then he just looks at him just to make sure they were down and says, yep, that's the score we're looking for, fellas.
Absolutely.
37, Lee's 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Great job by that young man. Have we said it before? I'm glad he's back and healthy.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad he's back and healthy. Now he's got 2 receptions. Did he not score earlier on the Wildcat?
Does
that give him
2 receiving scores?
Yes.
Yes.
That gives him 3?
Coach, put your calculator away. You're making me feel bad. Dadgummit.
Well, I did teach math for 17 years. You know.
Extra point up and good. There you go. So Friendswood now on top, 38-21, exactly 7 minutes on the clock. And Amaya, can you feel a sense of a relief a little bit on that Friendswood sideline?
Yes, I do, from both the crowd and the sideline cheerleaders, the blue crew. Everybody's just like up in spirits.
Let me ask you a question, Maya. How is it different down there on the sideline when the band is not here?
It's a little more quiet, but they do have music in place of the band, but it still doesn't feel the same, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know they had music. Who brought the music? The cheerleaders?
Yes.
Very nice. Anything I would know?
Well, some are just like new songs, and others are just like what the band plays.
Good. I like it. Well, that's good to know. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Maya. See, that's something we cannot get from you and I. Might have said the cheerleaders brought their music, Coach.
Oh, well, that's how they roll.
Absolutely. So that's great because it has been a little more quiet down there. Good pressure on the kick. It's going to be brought down deep in Terry territory at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, just take a quick check there. Coach Moore here, Travis Moore here is the official statistician for the Friendswood Mustangs. Thank him for giving us the stats. So for the day, Christian Lee is sitting on 135 total yards, rushing and receiving, and 3 touchdowns. Not a bad day.
Not a bad day, though. I know he'd probably like to have about 200, but hey, that's just a competitor in him.
Absolutely. But, you know, it takes a team. With all the guys blocking downfield, Gerd getting the passes, the O-line making the blocks, giving them plenty of time for that. Christian understands that. It's a team effort, but great job by that young man. And like you said, we're glad to have him back.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 now. 6:53 left here in the ball game. Twin formation, left side. Kyle's now on the pitch, trying to get outside, and he breaks a couple of tackles. Breaks 2 tackles. Woo, goodness gracious. Who came in there?
That was Bubba Farrell.
That was Bubba Farrell with a finish. Looked like somebody off the top rope.
WWE for Bubba Farrell.
I mean, good run, though, by Johnson as he broke 2.
Yeah, but Bubba Farrell's coming across from his no guard position all the way across the field.
Nice job.
He's not a small dude.
He's not. And with a head of steam, I'm telling you, that was a beautiful job by that young man.
Yes, Jonathan Bubba Farrell. Good job there, Mr. Farrell. Proud of you, son.
Twin formation now to the right side, 2nd down and 9. Kyle's keeper, nowhere to go. Just swallowed up. Swallowed up by just you name a defender. He's in there. I think Helton was one of the leaders on that one. And then take your pick from there.
You know, one thing that gets missed, I think, when these games get going and people can't see inside is the number of double teams that those linemen take. Bubba just had 2 guys on him. Maybe it's Spiller on the outside or Reyes. Those defensive linemen get so much pressure, especially when you're going 3-down linemen. That leaves plenty of O-line to block, and they do a great job of fighting through those blocks, the double teams and things like that. You know they're down there, twisted ankles, hurt, bruised, but still plugging at it. So good job for them. It's now going to be 3rd down for the Terry Rangers.
Twin formation, right side, 2 backs in the backfield. Kyle, quick. Oh, goodness, Trey Mapp. Oh, my goodness.
He could have
had that one.
Oh, my gosh. That would have been a great Odell catch, and then basically skipped in the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
You know, all those y'all wondering, Austin Peay did hang on for the W in overtime, so OVC fans, there you go. That's the last time I'll mention it.
That is Ohio Valley Conference for those that are not hip to the Tennessee conferences. I know that. So, Coach, looks like you're going to be 2-0 for the day. I'm sitting at 1-0, but my Tennessee Vols are playing tonight at 6 o'clock. So, hopefully I'm 2-0 by the day ends as well.
If you finish that game 1-1, I'm going to have to come over and
console me.
Console you for sure. 4th and a lengthy 4th, 15, maybe 20. That's a high punt.
Straight up on the
Friendswood's going to get.
And it takes a Friendswood
bounce back to the. Now hear me out, Terry. 14-yard line. That is a 1-yard
net punt.
1-yard punt. That will not go on the highlight video. My goodness, it's the wind. And the wind really wasn't a huge factor.
No, I just think he got underneath it too far. I'm looking at the flags. I don't really see them blowing all that much.
Well, Friendswood, you don't get a better break than that. They will start this drive after a 1-yard punt on the Terry 14-yard line. 4:31 left here. Got to feel like now Friendswood just got to feel it now, Coach.
Yeah, some of the fans are grabbing their backpacks, putting their coats on, kind of walking down the stands here. They put up a good fight. And, again, they're not a 2-win team. They look way better than that. You got to be impressed with the coaches, the hard work they put in these kids. The kids never gave up. You got to give Terry a lot of credit for that. They could have laid down and it would have been okay, right? But they did not do that. So you got to give coaches here and Terry Rangers a lot of credit. And the defense is still playing hard right now.
Yes, absolutely. I don't think it was Veach in the game. I'll double check on that. But
it is Jared Veach.
Jared Veach had nowhere to run. He was brought down for a 2-yard loss. As soon as he got that ball, he was swallowed up by the Terry defense, and I believe that was Milton Swain. Swain, coach, is the one who had the scoop and score returned.
Yes.
Swain, poor young man. I feel for him right there.
I do too. It's these guys right now, they're just Kirk. They're playing for pride. They're getting in there. They're wearing that uniform. They're playing for that star on the side of their helmet. You can't blame these kids at all for giving 100%. They're doing a great job of that.
Oh, and it's Gurdon sacked for 45. The loss. Wow.
Kerry Corley, number 45, a tight end and defensive end, a senior in there making that sack.
Back to the 30. You know, I don't know, Coach Cuban let maybe time to pull Gurdon and give him some breathe. I mean, at this point in the game, but Coach Cuban trying to go maybe one more score, 38-21. Terry still fighting. You see their coach on the sideline getting their special teams ready as it is 3rd and 23. Yeah, 3rd and 23 for the Mustangs. Gurdon, empty backfield. Back to pass. Man across the middle. Caught. Great catch. He took a lick. And Dawson Johnson hangs on. And that just might be enough for a first down.
After all that, it is going to be very, very close. But, again, there's Dawson Johnson with a great catch. And, again, taking a lick.
A shot he took.
Tough as nails, that young man right there. And he's sitting aside. He's on the slot thinking, throw it to him again, I'm ready.
Oh, absolutely.
What a great catch.
Especially because he wants a touchdown after that catch.
Absolutely. Yeah, he took a shot right in the back and just popped right up. Tough young man right there.
Well, he looks to be maybe just a foot short of the first down. I think we're going to get a measure. I would think we're going to do a measurement here. Coach Koopman's going to take a timeout to talk it over. I think he's going to ask for a measurement, too, while he's over there talking to the official.
Yeah, plenty of time. Go ahead and
the
measure that bad boy.
ball is spotted right on the 5-yard line. The chain, I mean, it may be just inside the 5, the chain, so he may be off.
Yeah, from our vantage point, it looks close, but it may be, just 4 or 5 inches short. I just can't tell from our angle. All right, Coach. Either way, they're going for it right here on 4th and inches.
There you go. And can we say maybe a heavy package?
Maybe so. 2:29 in the fourth quarter, up 17. Yeah, there's no reason to do anything else but go for it right here.
So we do come out with our heavy set. Roney, Mapp, Veach, Gurdon will be under center. Got one receiver out. That's Kovacevic. Reyes in the game at tight end. We've seen him go to Reyes, Coach. We got the ball to Dane Roney. Roney is
going to get that.
Well, he got some yardage. Is it enough for the first? I think that is enough for a first down for the Mustangs, which will get that clock rolling again. 2:25 and counting. Mustangs stay on the field. The heavy package stays on the field. Roney and Mapp and Reyes are not used to playing 2 plays in a row. Roney's typical game stats, 3 carries, couple yards, and a score.
And a score, 3 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries, all that stuff.
Same formation. This time it's a handoff to Veach. Veach around the right side, got some room, puts head down, 6 for Jared Veach. Touchdown number 2, I believe, for Mr. Veach.
It is touchdown number 2 of the day. Probably his first multiple score touchdown of the season, maybe, if I'm trying to remember correctly.
Friendswood goes up 44-21 now with just under 2 minutes left here in the ball game. And, Coach, I think we can now say officially Friendswood will seal up that 2nd seed in the playoffs. If the district next door stays the same, it will be a Friendswood-Kingwood Park matchup, regardless of who they're playing.
Right.
They're going to play their next 2 weeks at home. Finish the season versus Angleton at Henry Winston next Friday night right here on MCS Sports. And then the 15th, we believe, the Friday the 15th, they will host a playoff game. Friendswood back in the playoffs after a 1-year drought. So good to be back in the playoffs. The playoffs, as if we need to say this to you guys, it's a new season, and it truly feels like a new season.
Oh, absolutely. And those are, it's like the NCAA tournament. It's survive in advance. When the playoffs start, that's exactly what it is. And we're getting to host the first game at the friendly confines, as you like to say, the Henry Winston Stadium. It's a good atmosphere. The fans will be out there. We'll be there. The fans will be out there. And it's good to see Jared Veach. We haven't seen Noah Palett since he got hurt earlier in the game. It's good to have Veach and Tom Coe kind of taking up the slack there and showing they can score and filling that void. I'm sure that they just kind of kept out Palett for the rest of the game when they finally got the game in hand. So good job by Veach, and we'll see what kind of week of prep the Mustangs have as we get ready for next week's senior night. Next week. It's going to be great to honor those seniors and those kids.
And that's a good team coming in too, Coach. Angleton Wildcats.
Yeah, for sure.
Last year we took this game down as the kicks returned to the 27-yard line. This season came down to a game in Angleton. Friendswood needed a win and could not find a win, as Angleton really just kind of took Friendswood to the woodshed a little bit last year in that last game of the season. It is so nice to go into that game knowing, win or lose, it doesn't matter. You're 2nd seed, but again, the coach's struggle is going to be to make sure the kids know, hey, the last thing you want to do is go back into the playoffs on a loss.
Yeah, and of course, like I said earlier, it's senior night. So those guys are going to play hard. You've got seniors, Ryan Helton and Daniel. The guys have been putting in the program for 4 years. They've worked their tails off. There's many of them I know. I didn't name them all, of course. We'll get to those guys next week.
Yes.
But a great job by those young men working since really even the junior high. When we were there coaching them in 7th grade, working all that time, even from Broncos all the way up.
Right.
The years and years and years these guys have put in, and their parents. We know how that is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Parent of a football player over here.
Yes.
Of the years and time and the travel and everything else you guys put in these guys fit to culminate into their senior year. It's a pretty special night.
2nd down and 10 now for the Terry Rangers. Ball spot on their own 27-yard line. 1:41 left here in the ball game.
Hey, we got number 9, Britton Merritt there at D end. We got 21, Wilburn's in the ball game. Jared Yon getting some guys in that may not get some minutes.
Pressured.
Get in there.
Oh, he's going to – Cow's on the run, 35, 40.
The ball comes out.
Ball comes loose.
Oh, man.
Trying to get numbers of who was making the tackle. Looked like Ryan Parks on the tackle.
It looks like
Caden Wilburn as well. Who else you got?
Looks like Cooksey, number 12, was in there on that tackle as well.
Penalty on the play, though. All that is for naught, as that's going to be a hold. That ball will come back. Let's see how far back we go.
Yeah, our line is going to be number 9 on the right end. Grayson Merritt, Jared Yawn 64, and Seth Downs 42 are the 3 down linemen. The linebackers are 55, King, Aboud 41, Wilburn 21, and looks like Perez 47 in there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I couldn't see
that's
it.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, Zach Perez. I'm sorry, I just couldn't see all the numbers there.
So Friendswood now will be 5-1 in district. Shadow Creek, of course, sits on top not only of the district but of the state, undefeated. And there's not a lot of people around here, Coach, that will question that number 1 ranking in the state of Texas for Shadow Creek right now.
Oh, absolutely not. After the way we've seen them play and the number of points that they have put up and the number of points they have not allowed, it's been a crazy season for them.
Second down and forever for Kyle. Kyle, quick pass out the flats, caught 20, 25, right at the 25-yard line. Minute 12, clock is rolling. There's some excited players out there. Braden King on the linebacking core right now. Guys jumping around, finally getting a chance for a little playing time. And
yep.
I love to see that.
Yeah, there's 36.
Vavreka's
in the game. 23 is David Haney, who, little known fact, actually had a 102-yard interception return for a touchdown on the JV team last year. So pretty exciting there last year for Mr. Haney. So good to get these guys in the game, get them some minutes.
34's in there. Hunter Norris at DB. That was Justin's old D tackle number. Now you got one at DB. Hunter Norris. Pressure. Left side Kyle's looking for a running room. He's going to run out of bounds right at the 30. I'll say about the 32-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, and Moses Garcia, 45, is in the game as well. Just trying to make sure I get all the guys in.
Well, we're going to, at the end of this game here, of course, wrap this thing up and get ready for next Friday night versus Angleton. Amaya, I want to come down to you real quick. Just want to thank you for the job you did today. Hope you had fun today.
I did.
Yep. So we'll be back at the Henry. Amaya, you're still on the air. Are you with us next Friday night?
Actually, I am not.
Oh, Amaya, you've left some fans disappointed right there with that announcement. So, hey, give us some thought. I mean, I'm not begging you, but just give us some thought. We'd love to have you back with us.
Yes, I will. I mean, I would love to. Whoa. But new person is pretty great. So y'all love her too.
We love all y'all. Y'all do a great job. But just know in the playoffs now, we're going to need some more. So stay ready, and thank you, obviously, Maya, for the job you do. Also want to thank Noelle Chittister here next to me. We couldn't be on the air without Noelle. And I know this goes without saying, the king of broadcast, Jacob LaRue. I mean, what does the guy got to do to get rid of this guy in the press box? I didn't think we'd see Jacob LaRue today. He shows up on his own, says, hey, you were in good hands. I breathed a sigh of relief. Next thing you know, this thing's crystal clear. Guys, great job. MCS Sports does a good job. Al Tag, I know you train him well. As this punt is going to roll down to the Friendswood 20, and they're going to get one more snap off, and that's going to be it. So definitely want to thank all our workers today. Again, Coach Fritz, you and I, we got the easy job. We get to talk.
They make us look good, yeah. We get to talk, which is what we're good at.
Sure.
And we want to thank again everyone helping us coming out. And, of course, those that are listening online, we appreciate your support. And we're out in the community. Many people come up telling us that they appreciate what we do. And we appreciate you guys listening to the program. So it looks like here, Kirk, a little shaky there at first. Friendswood, they kind of had to get their bearings about them, but they've done a great job and ended up winning this game 45-21. I think a good lesson learned. Would you not agree?
Oh, no, absolutely. But, we said at the very start of the broadcast, it takes a little while to get your feet under you on a team where you just don't see that kind of offense. We're not going to see this in the playoffs. I mean, I don't think many teams are running this kind of offense right now. So, that we're going to be just fine. Having a good Angleton King. I'm glad Angleton's a good, strong team coming in before the playoffs. Then it's maybe Kingwood Park, who knows. And then it's just week after week. You know, and my goal from this whole deal, I know Coach Cooper's goals too, is I want everyone to still hear you and I in December. You know, and maybe we're doing it from Jerry World, Coach, and Todd. But right now we got Angleton next week. Let's just stick with that right there. Final score here from Trailer today, 45 for your Mustangs, 21 for the Terry Rangers. Friendswood seals up the second seed. We'll see you guys next Friday night at Henry Winston Stadium. For Josh Fritz, Amaya, Noel, Jacob, I'm Kirk Lowe. Have a great rest of your weekend.